Blazin Hit Radio.
Now with more us.
They're just really funny.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathy.
If we turn the heater on down here, is it going to make a lot of noise? Is that why we're freezing?
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, it is freezing down here.
Like, ooh, my earbuds are freezing.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We're here, everybody. Hi.
Come on, Wig. Where's the...
Dun, 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 dun.
We loaded a
Right.
couple of those in there. I just saw this on Instagram really quick. Unrelated. It's the cast of Stranger Things.
Okay.
You know, we all like those little kids.
Yes.
And they're standing with their stunt doubles.
Oh, how cute.
And so their stunt doubles are little kids, too. That's weird that
Who
little
did
kids...
you think they were going to be?
like midgets or like small adults. Like
Right. But, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's weird that a kid can be a
stunt double. But I guess they could be trained to like fall right and to land on the mat.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because that's not something the actor is trained at. So that
I wonder
makes
if
sense.
that hurts your self-esteem.
To have your...
To know, I mean, like, kid, you're going to be a stunt double your whole life. Get the message now.
But that'd be like a kind of a fun job.
Oh, no, it'd totally be fun.
I don't know. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to do it, but
It's fun.
yeah.
Oh.
You've seen them in person, haven't you? Haven't you gone to stunt?
No, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen
Okay.
the Stranger Things kids.
She met the Glee cast.
I did. Before
And
they were famous.
I was supposed to go
Before
to that.
he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that guy was never in a wheelchair. Well, it's funny, too, because when they did a concert, I may have had the Blu-ray of that concert.
Oh, God, I know you played it all the time.
He gets up and dances. And so, like, if you were, like, somebody that was like, oh, my God, he's repping for me. I'm in a wheelchair. What? He's
Right,
what?
right.
Yeah.
Wow, look at him. Really light on his feet.
It's like when a straight actor plays gay and then he becomes an icon to gays and he's all, I'm not gay.
Right.
Like Will.
I was going to say,
From
like
Will and Grace.
Will and Grace, totally. But you know how earlier when we started the break, you were like, Wiggins, be excited. Yay.
Right. He's a... but here's the thing.
I'm kind of the same way because, like, at 2, Gianna woke up. And then she pooped, so I changed her. And then I brought her in the bed.
Oh.
And then she proceeded to kick me through the night. So I got her out around 3:30.
What happens when she wakes up? Is she crying, or is she just awake and she's just like sees you and then she stops crying?
It's kind of both. This one was she walked into the bedroom to tell me she pooped. Right.
Okay.
But that's also creepy because you either end up with a child that's silent and gets right next to your head in the
It's
bed.
like, yo.
Which is terrifying. Or you hear they start doing like warning signs as they're coming in the room, like mom.
Oh, yeah, right. Making
Right.
a little noise.
And trust me, when you have 2 hardworking parents, the dad is more than happy that the kid's calling mom.
He almost laughs
right.
as he rolls over and still
He's all,
covers.
You're called.
So after an hour and a half of her kicking me, I'm like, babe. So I take her back into her bed, and she, thank God, that wasn't an issue.
Sometimes
and then,
they're so lucid you can just put them right
no,
back.
it wasn't that. She was awake, but she chilled,
okay.
which was cool. And 10 minutes later, I hear Avery running in. I'm like,
Oh,
are you
no.
kidding me? She wants to crawl in bed. She had a bad dream. It's just like, "Rawr!" So more or less, I've been up since 2. So somewhere between 2 and now, I've caught a cold. Like it's in my
Great.
nose, it's in my ears,
I have you beat, though, on the sleep.
and I'm done. Today's Friday. What are we all going to work for? There were so many of us on the road.
I got you beat on the sleep thing
Okay.
because I've been going to bed whenever I can. I mean, we did our happy hour and then we went home, I think. Oh, no, went and visited my cousin. So
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get home till a little bit later. But my new thing is to wake up at midnight and just go to the bathroom and never fall asleep again.
Because you get on your phone,
No,
don't you?
I've been purposely keeping the
Really?
iPad off. I sit in the dark, so I'm in the bathroom, try to keep it that way. But no, been up since midnight.
Okay.
The last 2 nights.
You can't sleep?
It was just stress.
Right. Oh, no, totally.
Yeah.
Come on now. But you could tell on the road the mood people are in today because this morning there was a couple people that were just like balls to the wall, like, screw you, get out of my
Yeah,
way.
I apologize for being that way.
You
And
were-
I'm
that was
sorry
you?
for that little car that I did cut off because I definitely cut off a car, but they weren't going where I needed them to, and I could tell they were super mad. And I was like, man, if I were you, I'd be really mad, but I'm sorry.
And then there's people like me who were just like, I can't, like I was dry, like I found myself going slow for a few because I was like, I'm going to work. What am I doing? What's wrong with me? So there's 2 of us out on the road today.
No, for sure. We were talking about how this is one of those shows where, since at this point there's not a lot of people up, but this might be the show that airs a lot while we're off. So people will hear it.
Right. So be kind, everyone. That's the point. Don't be a Wiggins.
Yeah.
Whatever, everybody's allowed to. Like, 'cause
Absolutely, we're all-
normally we wouldn't have worked this late into the season anyway. Mm-hmm. But we're off all next week. We'll be back on the 2nd.
Yep.
Oh,
So-
we're off all next week?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's do it.
You know, there might be some things you might have to come and hit here and there.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause you're
As
still an
business
owner.
owners, we might have to tend to it, but it should run. If we do it right, we're going to be off for the holiday.
Okay. I'll
Look,
let
I'm
it.
swigging this ginger ale like it's alcohol. Like I've
Do you
had
want
I've had a
alcohol?
hard year. I'm taking next week off.
Let me smell that. Is there
No,
alcohol
there's
in that?
not.
We
I
have
wish
yellow
there
rum
was.
upstairs. Oh, yeah, you got to
we
do the TV show.
Oh, no, I don't. I don't have
see,
TV
why don't we
today.
just start drinking?
It's a little early.
That's a show.
She's been up since 2.
You're right. You've
She's
been up
ready.
since midnight.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm
Right.
starving, by the way.
I can pretend like I've been up since like 11. I don't care.
Who wants to leave their job and come with us?
Yeah.
Isn't the wake and bake enough?
No. Let's drink. No, I guess I sound insane.
No.
This,
it's fine.
Larry,
We can
the
do
only reason
Santa.
I say that is because Larry had always talked, and never did this for you and I. Maybe one time, but I don't remember it. Where he'd always talked. This one time, we all brought in mimosas.
No, it was this.
You did?
It was Rick, Leah, and myself, and they kept saying, "Hey, it was just a time like this, right before we were ready to go on holiday break," and they're like, "Oh, tomorrow we're making smoothies."
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, cool," and I was like. They brought in a blender and everything, and I was like, "Oh wow, we're really having smoothies!" And they basically made pina coladas.
Oh,
So
nice.
Smoothies was we're having smoothies.
But my point is, we never did that.
No, we never got to enjoy that.
Well, you want me
I
to
also
make you-
remember I'd be working, driving and listening to you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys would give each other like the sickest, coolest Christmas presents.
I don't remember.
Like they would be expensive things that you guys would be passing over, and I would be driving in going, well, damn, that must be
Yeah.
nice. I want coworkers like that.
I don't
You
even
guys are
remember exchanging gifts with them at all.
Oh, no, you totally would. And you and Rick would talk about whatever expensive thing
Well,
it was.
I'm glad we don't do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We can't do that.
I'm like, all
But I
right.
do remember, yeah. Why don't we have mimosas?
Sure, I would drink that.
Kathy's off from the TV show. This is a rarity.
I know, but
It
now we
is
have
a
to
rarity.
we have to be those people that are looking for an open liquor store this early.
We don't have a problem.
Right, exactly.
Hey, we're cool.
Why don't you put like some interviews that we've done for this year? We'll do some best of clips for the show. You know, a year end kind of thing. Throw a bunch of those in, and we'll just go to a bar down the street, like some like dive bar downtown.
And we have people texting in. They want to come drink with us.
You know what? We should have an open house. Let's have an open house.
Let's have an open
An
house.
open house.
You know, just have people over, have mimosas, some cheese trays. You
how-
know, whoever comes over,
That's how
whatever.
things go
Whatever.
missing. With Sheldon, my boy Sheldon, God love him, man.
We love
but
Sheldon.
he and I. When I look back now, I'm like, oh, we were the party people, right? So we had to definitely like annoy people. Like now that I'm older, and I'm like, shut up out there. I'm like, ooh,
Right, you would have ushered you out of the
yeah,
room.
Right.
I would have killed me. So he used to have.
Never a girl around you guys, though. It was just
Oh no,
you
there
two-
was tons of girls
you
when we
two
did the
buddies,
parties, but they were
you know.
just friends of ours.
No,
Yeah,
Wiggins
right.
calls him a little Ewok.
There was a girl.
What?
There,
He calls
Sheldon.
yeah, Sheldon his little Ewok.
No, there was
That's messed up.
There was a party
Wong.
where we up on the second balcony. There's this like balcony on the stairs that you could look over and you see a couch,
Okay.
right? And the couch was right there.
You did not.
And no, I didn't. This girl climbs over. Dusty. I don't know if say her last name, but she was insane.
So she's so afraid of you, she leaps to her
But I
death.
didn't know. She's just friends. We were all
Okay.
just friends.
I'll take my chance.
She saw, I saw his foot.
No, whatever. All of a sudden, she goes, "I'm gonna do it!" And me and Sheldon are just in the kitchen, and then she jumps and goes feet first into the armrest of the couch, like precisely right down the middle. Could have broke her
Like-
leg if she went any other way, but it's
On
like
her
a.
legs. It sounded like she straddled it.
Her legs
She
went right down into it, and she was just standing up. But so we had to. We had to fix it the next day before his parents came home. We used like a hot glue gun, some wood
a
that we
couch?
found.
So you had to get inside of it?
We had to do some like American furniture. I'm repairing your couch
Okay,
stuff.
now,
Like,
Did it look
work,
right?
Or did Dad, big heavy Dad, one night
Dad is
go and relax and slam into the couch and wink, and it fell apart?
his dad is kind of a heavy set guy, so that's what I was thinking.
He's the dad Ewok.
He's the daddy Ewok.
Looking wong wong.
So I was thinking, oh my god.
Their furniture's made made from forest, wood.
Well,
and leaves.
As soon as he does sit down on it, this
it's
hot
gonna go.
glue gun and all this stuff is going to break. That thing lasted for like 4 or 5 years, and all of a
Well, you
sudden,
got in the wrong business, son.
he said,
You used to be making furniture.
I was an American at one
It could be
point.
Wiggins and Son.
Yes, Wiggins Amish furniture.
Yeah. Whatever. And so it finally worked. And I was like, well, did it break because of us? Did he know what that was? He's all, no, something else happened to it. And I was all, but anyway, I don't know. We had raging parties. My point is we can drink.
Did Dusty stick around to help you hot glue gun?
Oh,
the
no,
couch?
she was just a crazy.
Yeah, totally.
Was her ankles okay?
Yeah, everything was fine.
Thank God.
I just saw a video on Break. It's the app where all the latest little viral videos. And there's a lady that she tried to do something, and she was heavy, and she tried to do this flip thing, and all of a sudden she breaks her ankle, and it's like the video is one of those things where it's like shows the ankle all turned the wrong way.
Yeah, I never saw that. Oh, my whole other point of that was that those parties in the Ragers,
Yeah.
things, because Larry wants to have people over here.
Oh.
Things
Called
go
an open house.
missing.
Right.
Sheldon had like Terrell Davis's rookie card, all these things
Oh,
but we would
damn.
have these stupid parties and just people over to his house
You
that we
can't
didn't know.
leave stuff like that unattended.
That's what I said.
Especially, they're going to take
I'm
advantage.
the person that stole stuff. Like I took a meat cleaver one time. What the hell did I need that for? You're just hanging out in
Wow.
the kitchen. You've been in there an hour and a half talking to people, drinking.
I'm over
It's
it.
not your kitchen.
You're drinking out of our tea kettle. Did you do that to somebody? You were drinking beer out of their coffee
Out
You know
pot?
of,
what? All the rules
Holly,
go out the door.
What was her name? The girl that Holly and that guy that you hated that were a couple.
Oh.
They for MTV, she got a whole bunch of plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Heidi and Spencer.
Heidi,
Spencer.
yeah. Her sister,
Yeah.
I drank out her tea kettle and made her so mad. And then every time
Whoa, what?
it was her sister.
told us that.
Okay, so Heidi Montag's sister had a party. You
Yeah,
were over there.
I was
And
over
there was
there.
nothing to drink beer out of, and he grabbed her coffee pot
And I just started
filled it with
filling
beer. And she's like,
That's
"You
actually-
can't drink out of my coffee pot, you weirdo."
Well,
That's
she-
actually smart.
Well, no, she got mad. And so
Kicked
anyway,
him out of the party.
I didn't care. No, she didn't kick
Oh.
me out. And so I'm not going to leave. Are you kidding me?
I thought you
Whatever.
were
Sorry.
86.
No. And so
Saw my
tell my
brother
story.
Spencer.
Tell my
That was a
story.
different party, Larry.
Yeah. So she kicked me out, and then I'd see her on TV every once in a while. Like, she didn't kick me out. Now you got me all
I'm fine.
confused.
All right, so we're located on Spear, and you'll see our big picture on the side of the building. Come on over. Bring some champagne and some great orange juice.
Right, for sure. People on the text line, I want to leave my job. I want to go with you. No, it's not too early to drink. It's Friday and we're at work. Shots. Thanks for helping me get through my morning. Love you, Jess. Love you too, Jess.
You know what? I would have a beer mosa right now.
Ooh.
That's like beer and orange juice. It actually really works. It's weird.
Thanks so much for doing your show this morning. It's so appreciated. Get some Kahlua and enjoy your week off next week, you guys. I know it's been a crazy year. Congratulations again on Blazin' Hit Radio. Enjoy.
Yay!
Accidentally.
Yay, Linda! All right.
Someone says they know about accidentally drunk stealing. It's called like the accidental stoners who steal lighters.
Yeah, but I hate people that do that because like somebody stole one of my forks or something. I'd be like, what?
Right. Well, don't have a house party.
No,
With
for
college
sure.
kids.
I had way too many of that. That's a bunch of crap going on in my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
wonder
can't
if
find
anybody
24-hour
stole-
liquor stores. I was
wonder
trying
if
to
somebody
find them.
stole something worse than mine. Something, like it was just a waste.
you just did it to do it.
I did it just to do
Right,
it.
you're a klepto.
For sure. I think so.
No, I did it.
I never stole anything valuable.
I did it at a liquor store. I was there with my best man Davey, and I was like, Davey, look at this. We were already drunk.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
went in there.
no,
It was in the
you're
finals.
kidding.
And so it was a bottle opener that said, it was Homer Simpson going, no beer and no TV make Homer something. And go crazy. So it would literally make this whole thing. And I was, this is so cool. And I showed him, and I just go, and just put it in my pocket. And then we leave, and we get back to the house. I'm all, where did this come from? I was like, that's awesome.
I kleptoed it.
That
And
forever.
somebody's like, have you seen my
Subconsciously-
Homer Simpson opener? I swear to God it was here. Somebody took it. It's that little midget guy.
No, it was at the liquor store.
It was the midget with the Ewok.
Right.
The guy with no arm hair.
No, it was Davey. Everyone's distracted by Davey.
Yeah, he's hot.
Oh, he is a good looking dude. And his personality.
He's adorable. Hey, did that ever work out where he was headed with that one girl?
Your
What one
cousin,
girl?
Jen.
No.
Remember
Oh,
I
okay.
asked.
Oh.
You
I
got
stayed
mad.
out
I
of that?
asked.
I did?
Well, because I
got mad. She did
I
ask,
steered
yeah.
out of the break, and you went. "Oh, there was no reason for you to ask just now."
It was the look.
Well,
right.
well, then at the time, that was that. Now I'm asking, I don't know, when he brought up Davey.
Yeah, no, I stayed out of that. Like, I've learned over the years, you have to pay attention to stuff. You either put yourself in a drama, maybe potential situation, or you're just like, I'm not involved in this. And so that's basically where I was. I was like, I'm not involved in this. I was like, y'all do what you want to do. I'm not going to talk to either one of you about how the other one's doing, because if
It
there's
was safest. That was the best way to do
one.
it.
So then when it all didn't work out, they both knew, you ain't telling me about this.
Right.
That
was smart. That was smart. You were Switzerland.
Yeah.
I once had somebody steal, this is on the text line, once had somebody steal an iPod of mine at a party at my house. The messed up thing was that it was hidden in a drawer in the bathroom. In the bathroom? I'm going through everything in your bathroom because I'm in there with the door shut.
Okay,
What?
why do I give you access to my house? I'm learning this whole other side of Kathie.
Okay, because that was when
Now
I was
I
in
have to-
college. That was
okay.
college, Kathy.
Yeah,
Drunk,
but
had
probably
nothing to
still
do.
part of you.
I think still part of
No,
Kathie.
I know. I'm too busy now. Plus, you don't have a lot of drawers in any of your bathrooms. You have some sort of decorative sink with it.
I don't have drawers. There's a pedestal in the main
Right,
floor
and that's
bathroom.
usually the one I go to.
I
You
know,
can't
but
figure it out.
Right.
I don't care
Open
if you
it.
look through my stuff. You probably have seen all my stuff anyway.
I've seen all your stuff. This one says, when me and my wife get drunk at parties, we like to hide people's stuff. The last party we went to, my wife hid my friend's silverware behind his liquor because that was the last place he'd check if he was hungover looking for a spoon for the cereal.
That's hilarious. My cousin Tina totally screwed us over. There was, when we had your baby shower, there was a big thing, and it was a big bowl, and it was guess how many babies were in it for a
Yes,
prize.
right.
These little plastic babies we bought. So I had 2 Ziploc baggies full of them, and my cousin Tina, on a party night, drunk, took one bag of them and put those little babies everywhere in my freaking house.
That's
Chris
right.
and I were finding those babies for a year. She put them in our shoes, random places. You just feel something in your pocket, and you're like, it's 4 of those babies. It was messed up. And to make it worse, my sister and her husband hid a bunch of those nudie girl cards all over our house, the Vegas girl cards.
That's funny.
About 100 of them. And so we were
Jesus.
finding those for a year. And every time like housekeeping would come, they would leave a pile of them on the counter going, here's your booby pictures. And we're like, those aren't ours. So there would be
weird pervert men.
with like some babies. They would always find those babies. So we were like, this isn't us.
And you can't explain it because they don't really speak English very well. So you're
And
not
they're
like, well,
why
it's
do
my
they have
cousin.
nudie pictures and plastic babies everywhere.
They're like, we should call the FBI on them.
So we now have one plastic bag of babies left, and I'm gonna do that to her.
Oh, you have to.
Yes.
You must.
I'll put those everywhere.
See, so Larry's not an anomaly in the Ulibarri name. So it's kind of like each of them has to be onto that level of, I'm going to get you.
Oh, no,
I know.
they're all,
Oh.
and they're funny and quick-witted.
Yeah.
And the key to it is not reacting and letting their guard down.
Yeah.
So in other words, if you don't like say, "Oh, I'm going to get you," but she was getting us back because one time somebody left a baby carrier. We were doing something filming, or I don't know if somebody left it at the airport or whatever.
Okay.
So and I put this stupid doll that she kept giving us. It was his.
Oh, right.
It was this crocheted leprechaun, and it was in a milk jug. And so she kept giving this to us and gifting it and putting it in nice boxes. So I was like, whatever. So I put it in the baby carrier. I put the blanket over it, and then I left the baby carrier at her front door, rang the doorbell, and Chris and I drove away. So she says the whole way it played out, she was like, oh my God. She's like, Wes, there's a baby at the front door. And he's all, what? And they looked out the window and they're like, oh no, I'm not going to. They were like,
We're
she's
not
like, that's
taking
not
that
answer the
baby.
door.
Right.
And he's like, you can't leave a baby out there.
Right.
So they debated for minutes what to do.
Right.
And meanwhile, the baby was freezing. So eventually they went and got the baby, and it wasn't a baby. But they were freaked out. So that's why she hid the little babies all over our house.
Okay, so you had it coming then.
Yeah,
that's,
you started.
That's pretty
Larry,
funny.
Larry wanted to make it seem like he was the original
Right,
victim,
right.
and that whole story
I
was you
messed
bringing.
up. I wasn't hiding anything.
Yeah.
I told you the chronological order as I remembered it.
Yeah. So who you started it all?
Whatever, we all go back and forth. It's never ending.
No, with Tina especially, but I love the fact when I'm over at y'all and one of you is opening presents and it
Something's
turns
gonna
out
be
to
funny.
be something that you guys recycle.
Right.
Like I just found that ugly Mariah Carey jewelry. I should wrap it really nice and give it to Tina.
We just gave her a fruit cake last night that she gave us 2 years ago. And we put it in a really cool box.
Oh, you guys are funny.
Sometimes she'll give you like a heavy box and you'll open it and you'll like be like, oh, what is this? And it's a cool box and you open it and it's the original cell phone. You know, that brick cell phone?
Oh, my God.
And so you're like, really?
Dude, keep it next time you get it. That thing's worth money.
We just, again, we'll
Yeah, you
rewrap that
rewrap
and
it.
give it to somebody else.
This on the text line, morning guys, your stories are cracking me up. I once saw a guy take a full bottle of vodka over the head on a staircase because he didn't want to pitch $5 in for the keg. Needless to say, we figured out what happened because we ran once the cops were called. Oh, yay, to underage drinking.
Yeah, it's like those frat guys, why they're banning frats everywhere from just all the crazy stuff.
That's stupid. That dude's alcohol level was like 0.4. It was ridiculous.
There's a documentary on Netflix right now about frats and what crazy things they do. It's insane. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, of course, Larry, watch that.
No, but they say that like all the most successful men in politics,
because of the connections,
they're all part of frats.
Oh no, how do you think the sorority girls, like I never could get down with those kind of girls, but my girlfriends that I would have in classes and stuff, I mean, they all would admit it's for the connections.
Right, for sure.
And
then
it works.
When somebody
you can find
owes you a
yourself
favor
rich
there.
man.
Yeah.
This one, you could buy alcohol, guys, in the state of Colorado after 8. So you have about an hour and a half to get some.
Oh no, we're freaking out. We should have some now.
Let's see.
After 8, so that's really weird. There's this no period. But I know there's some bars you can go in where they're like on Colfax where they serve alcohol now.
Yeah. They're out. I mean, there's people that get off work at 7
for sure,
and they want to go have a drink.
I'm envisioning the Satire Lounge next to Pete's Kitchen. That's like one of those bars where people are drinking right now.
The homeless people who drink are like looking at us like, it's early.
Right.
You guys trying to drink?
You guys have a problem.
You guys have a problem.
Right, and we come in all bouncy talking, and they're like, it's usually not loud in here. We're all taking selfies.
Tee. This one says, wake up, drink.
Wake up, drink,
work on music, drink, fall asleep, drink, go to work, drink. No job.
You said that about Kathie J's baby shower. I was thinking we should play She's Having a Baby.
Yeah, that baby shower was fun.
Someone's saying, yes, drunk morning show, drunk morning.
We do have a little YOLO up there. There's just a little bit. I don't know if it's enough to make everybody. We could all have a little tiny rum and coke.
Well, it's probably so early that we could.
Kathie came to my birthday party once and stole all of our nutty bars. Okay, Big John, I know that's you. And I just want to.
What are nutty bars?
They're those awesome little Debbie peanut butter wafer things,
and they're coated in like a frosting.
Yes,
yeah, those are awesome.
So good.
We need to get some of those.
And so, Big John, I hate you. So Becca was with me. And Big John doesn't live far from me.
I can't even tell you when I had one of those last, but they're delicious.
And they're only like $1.19 for the box. I mean, they're delicious.
Okay, keep going.
You can go and get them.
$1.19 for a whole box?
I know. Tell me about it. So
then you weren't really stealing. It was like it was pennies. It was change.
Somebody brought the nutty bars. I was with Becca, and we did pre-partying before I went to his birthday. So
pre-gaming.
because they were through the neighborhood 5 minutes. That's ideal.
Oh, okay.
And so then we're in there. They're in the kitchen. We don't know a lot of the people. We're just hanging out in the kitchen.
You're all, oh, look, there's my friend Little Debbie.
I'm drinking. Right? And
hi, Little Debbie.
And then I open it up, and of course, Becca does exactly what you just did. I haven't had those in forever. I'd love one.
Right, you forget, like, for whatever reason, I always pass that section, and I never see those.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at exactly.
Wherever where the little donuts are at the end of the
bread
aisle.
Okay.
Right. So anyways, so I may have stolen your nutty bars.
Oh, so you did steal them.
Okay, no, we ate them. He knew about those two.
How many?
And then someone ate a third one, and then I took another one to leave with.
Because she thought there's not many left.
So there was
Kathie
only
always
one left.
takes a roadie. Always takes a roadie.
I always take a roadie.
And you know what? My downstairs in our theater, there's a candy cart, and it hasn't been packed up with candy in a long time.
I know.
Because I was always keeping it full for when we had the studio down there and we're working down there, so people could snack.
The alarm studio.
Yeah, but until we have a party or something, I'm probably not going to put anything down there. So Kathie used to be real like, okay, I'll be right back.
Yep.
And now she comes upstairs like,
Ain't nothing. And I haven't lost weight. What happened there? I guess I compensated the candy somewhere else. Guess who's on the text line?
Who?
Jared's cousin Jen.
Oh.
Wiggins' cousin Jen, who was
what's
with
up,
Davey.
Jen?
So, yes, I love you, Jen. Hi. She said, Davey and I are just good friends, and we had a good time. Thank you guys for having a show today. I'm working this morning. Miss you guys. Thanks for the laughs.
Hey,
we love you, Jen.
How was it?
Yeah.
We want some deets.
No, do not text that in because I see that.
We totally want to know.
Especially
call
if he sent you any pics.
We had pictures of him without
do
his
not
shirt on.
send that.
Oh, yes. I do
send
not
that.
want to see my best friend's junk.
There's something to that. Yeah. I mean, unless there's an emergency where I have to be like.
I don't want to see my girls.
He's like, a snake bite. He's like, unless if it's snake
Right.
bite where I have to suck the poison out.
I
I'm
totally
just saying,
hear what
like,
you're saying.
that's it.
I don't want to see pictures of my girls hoo-ha.
I want to see your guys' genitalia.
No, you don't.
No.
Well, let's drink first.
Okay.
No. All right. And then maybe Kathie will be. You gonna have another baby,
Hey,
Kathie, so we can do another song to this.
No.
This is it.
Just play the baby shower.
Just play
We
it.
saw Wiggins' nipples yesterday. Oh, I was just saying.
I didn't focus long
This
enough.
is your moment. You're having a baby. How was the shower? Her name is Avery, so you throw your legs up like the stirrups can't hold ya. Like the stirrups can't hold ya. This is your moment. You're having a baby. How was the shower? Her name is Avery, so you throw your legs up like the stirrups can't hold ya. Like the stirrups can't hold ya. Kathie's got fun in the oven. Whose it is, whose it ain't, who it ain't, who it isn't. Looking for a daddy, we can all be happy. We know the baby's daddy is Mr. Efficient. Push, Kathie, here we go, now push. Kathie, don't you know, now push. Kathie, not too hard, you've got to avoid them hemorrhoids. Annoyed, back hurts, hot flashes, go to work. Baby classes go berserk, husband's acting like a jerk. Feel big, can't sleep, her water's about to leak. But for the last 9 months, there's been no shark week. Kathie J. This is your moment, you're having a baby. How was the shower? Her name is Avery, so you throw your legs up like the stirrups can't hold ya. Like the stirrups can't hold ya. Moment, you're having a baby. How was the shower? Her name is Avery, so you throw your legs up like the stirrups can't hold ya. Like the stirrups can't hold ya.
Okay. I didn't make that noise.
No, I'm saying you're so tight now that it's
Okay, I don't make that. Okay, you didn't need
go-
to say,
see,
wow,
I don't
that
need to
was
see
just
Davey's
too much.
pictures. I don't need to
No,
picture
you don't
that
need to
either.
think about any
yeah,
of that.
I don't need any of that. You can't picture your friends' stuff that way. This ruins the relationship.
Yeah,
Wow.
On the text line, happy Friday. Long, awkward silence after the nipple comment. Liz.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, like, it was true. Like, he took his shirt off, and
Yeah, all right.
it was awkward for us when it happened because we were taking a picture with him, and all of a sudden he took his shirt off, and it made me uncomfortable.
It is Open Phone Friday, 303-728-3420. You can also open phone shout out if you want. Open phone shout out. I don't know why I said that. You can open phone and shout
Just
out.
call us and say whatever you want. And here's
Yeah.
the thing. It was enough for us to really, like, pull it out to come here and work on this Friday.
Yeah.
And so we are going to make a deal with you guys, the listeners. We're not going to talk unless you're going to talk.
So you have to call us.
Exactly.
And then in between that, we're going to play Greg Proops' interview. And we did that early in the year. The guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Props. I'm kidding.
It's
Probst.
It's Proops.
Props.
It's Probst.
Proops.
Props.
Proops.
You messed up by saying poops.
And then he said it's Proops.
No. Oh, jeez.
Is it props?
I don't know.
He's hilarious.
Either way.
And the thing is, we love this new format so we can actually have somebody in and talk at length. And the guy was killing it.
Yeah, so we'll play that interview, and then we might come back, we might not. It depends on if you call
Oh,
us.
You have
yes.
to call us now,
Yeah.
303-728-3420, 303-728-3420. Call us. It's Open Phone Friday.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Good morning, you guys.
Now with more us.
You rock.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and
I
Kathie.
just love you both.
Blazin' Hit Radio, Larry Uliberry, Kathie J. Wiggins.
Yes, joining us right now in the Green Solution studio, the smartest man in the world. Well, that's the name of his podcast. He's also a Comedy Works.
He is.
Well, he is as well. Greg Proops, he's performing at Comedy Works tonight, Friday and Saturday downtown. What's up, buddy? How
I'm not
are you,
committed
man?
to all 3 days, but yeah, I'll be there. We did the podcast last night. We had a really nice crowd, and I got lots of swank gifts and stuff. When you come to Denver, that's the best part. Is
Herb.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, right.
they load you up. And then one cat gave me a bag, and he said he sent a note with it, and it said, "This is good old basement weed," and that made me laugh.
So did you pull the seeds out of it?
Right? I said, "What's your electric bill? Like $8,000 a month?"
Totally.
Right. His
They know,
house is
dude.
glowing at night.
Right.
Yeah,
I
his
think
house
some-
is like Spielberg's mothership.
Right.
Speaking of which, one of the dispensaries, I don't know who it was, there was a smash and grab last night.
Yeah,
at
there
one of
sure
the,
is.
now.
somebody busted in one of the warehouses and took out a bunch of herb, I guess, or something.
Look,
Yeah.
I was asleep.
Right.
I don't even have a car.
See, that's why he's the smartest
Look,
dude.
I
He
had-
had-
I
And
had
how
to
did you
Uber
hurt
that.
your hand?
Man.
How did you hurt your hand,
Well,
sir?
that's
Maybe
what
it
you
was
see it on
breaking
camera.
into a dispensary.
I got in a sword fight over a matter of honor with a woman in Spain, and you should see him. I got the best of him. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you did.
I thought you got in a fight with a woman in Spain.
No,
okay. It was for her honor.
To be honest, Floyd Mayweather, I had to settle his hash.
Did you?
He looked at me cross-eyed, and I'm not having it.
That's not you.
Yeah,
right,
that's not
right. It's about respect in this business.
Don't step to me.
Right. Floyd was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a thumb war. And then it was on.
So
And he
it's
broke
horrible
you.
and puffy, but it's better than it was. So, but I can't bend it. I'm forever Paul McCartney.
So wait a minute.
Bad thing.
You had a rod put in you, you said?
Not a rod. There's just loads of scar tissue. They had to cut it twice. So I'm trying to get it to bend, but that's a gradual process, you see.
Yeah. So just looking at it, I'm screaming.
I know, but it's better than it was. It used to be this horrible puffy affair. It looked like a catcher's mitt.
Hey, everybody, got stung by a bee. So you were supposed to be here in August. This is like
I
your
was.
reschedule that you're here with this
Yes,
weekend.
this is my redo week. I don't know who they had came. Oh, it was Bag, right? I think they had Ian Bag. Anyway, never mind him. I had to cancel.
Who?
And I came in this week, so it worked out. Like I said, we had a giant crowd last night, which was really gratifying. And we had Boulder Women's Health Center there, and we had Tattered Cover Bookstore there because I have a book called The Smartest Book in the World, and it's in paperback. And,
What's that book about?
About 300 pages, and it's about a lot of movies I like, records I like, poetry, history, feminism, stuff like that. It's not to be read from cover to cover. It's not a novel or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I know when comics write books about their lives and stuff.
Well, so
that always makes me laugh. I'm like, who cares about your life?
Okay, I'm sorry, but some of the most interesting lives are comics. You guys are a different breed of people.
Yeah. I would say that Amy Schumer's book was hilarious.
Well, no, there's no question there where we can be funny.
Right. I mean,
No, for sure.
I would read your book.
I would definitely read your book about your life.
I'm never going to write a book about my life. I do the podcast every week and talk about everything I do.
There you go.
It's an oral history.
Yeah,
for
sure.
The expression.
Well, you've
there
been
you
in the
go.
game for a while, man. I mean, you're still on Whose Line Is It Anyway, but you were on the original version as well. Now it's on CW. You appear on that, and it's...
Thank you for knowing that, man. A lot of people are like, do you miss doing the show? And it's like, we're in our 6th season.
Yeah, you're still
Right.
doing
there.
it. Yeah.
Still happening.
No, I still watch it. I love that show back in the day, and I love it now, man. It's kind of why you want to be in the entertainment business is because you want to have that fun.
For sure. And the best breaks are always the ones that are just where you go off on a tangent and have fun and improv. And that's kind of what we do here. But it's nice to see, I always wanted a shot on that show. It's so fun.
Oh, no, for sure. Because improv is yes and. Like somebody throws it at you and you just got to roll with it. And you guys
Can
are
we do
hilarious.
some?
Do you want to try to improv?
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I was wondering if there's any,
Larry, do you want to improv with the best?
Yeah.
in the
No, I
world?
just thought we all as a group.
It's a game called Questions. You can only ask questions. There are no statements, no hesitation, only a question, right? In the form of a question is everything you say. So all I need is a location where 2 people might be. Anybody?
Okay.
A location?
Denver.
Denver.
Well, something a little more specific might be.
Okay.
A little more specific,
Downtown.
like a
No,
library or
Okay.
something.
No, we didn't.
The Green Solution
we're in a
Dispensary.
dispensary.
Solution
Dispensary.
Dispensary. How may I help you, sir?
I don't know.
You're at a green.
You lost.
Oh,
That was that
Larry.
game.
Wait, I don't know?
No.
No, yeah, you
Late
gotta
on
ask
that
the
one.
question.
All right. So
Okay.
I have to ask a question in
Yes, we
response.
already set up the
All right,
premise.
here we go.
Larry, it's over.
Okay. Oh, that's it?
You
It's
lost.
already
You
over.
voted off. Yeah.
Give him one
Okay.
more shot.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Give me another location, please.
Oh, okay.
A dog park.
You're not supposed to give your own location.
Okay.
You're getting a suggestion.
Okay.
Otherwise, it looks like you rigged it and you did it
Okay.
poorly.
Okay.
I didn't even get through the first line
All right.
on the last.
I'm scared.
Okay. 16th Street Mall, the outdoor mall downtown.
16th Street Mall. Hey, do you see the tram?
Yes, I do.
Larry!
No. Question.
Do you think it's going
I
east?
should have said what tram.
You're right. Yeah.
Damn it.
And when you play that game in the future, should you ever play it again? Who, what, when, where, why,
Okay.
how? Yeah.
Okay, then there's
I,
the
can't, I would have thought you would have
Question.
aced that.
Yeah,
Okay,
like you're
I'm-
the funniest out of the three of us.
I'm high.
Well, you shouldn't have done that before the smartest man walked in the room.
Exactly.
Right.
Now do her.
No, don't do me. But you know what? Improv, I mean, your brain always has to be working. Did you get the title of the smartest dude when you were young, or like in college or in high school and growing
But
up?
I was thinking of to do the podcast. A couple cats asked me to do it. Ryan McMenamin and Matt Belknap, and they do Jimmy Pardo's show and they do Doug Benson's show.
No, they're
So they
The
you know,
best.
they asked me, "Will you do a podcast?" And I was talking to a friend of mine named Phil Bowman, who's a screenwriter, and he goes, "Do you know how you come off?" And I went, "No." And he goes, like, "You know everything." And he goes, "Call your show The Smartest Man in the World, take questions, and brook no dissent." And I said, that's hilarious.
It is.
So he gave it to me, and he said, the smartest man in the world.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
it is you. I mean,
Right.
you knew.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
right away.
Yeah, it was a perfect fit.
Well, you were like, finally, somebody said it. I couldn't say
Right.
it myself.
Well, no, of
but
course.
I've been waiting for somebody to put it out there.
You're too close and have no perception of your own. I mean, I obviously I know what I come off like, but when he said, "Do you know what you come off like?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And then when he said that, I was like, "That's hilarious."
Right.
Yeah.
And only guys can test it, really. Like,
Yeah.
you go to like a sports station and they're like, "What makes you the smartest man in the world?" Like
Yeah, right.
in Texas or somewhere. They
Right.
always do that, and it's like it's a joke, you guys.
Right,
And
right.
no woman ever can test it. Every woman laughs.
Right.
Ha, ha, ha.
I'm cool
Obviously,
with it.
you're not the smartest. in the
I'm
world.
sure Trump would have a problem with you being the smartest
Right.
man when he's the smartest
So many
man.
words, so many great words, amazing words. So smart, so very smart. It's sad that he thinks he's smarter than I am. No.
It's so sad.
Are you recording? It said that you're recording all over the world. Your podcast, is that true? Like, do you record in different locations,
It
or?
is, sir. We're here in Denver this week, and then we're back in Los Angeles, and then we're going to New York, and then we had to cancel London and Paris, but I've already done London, Edinburgh, and Glasgow this year, and Paris, and we've done it in Helsinki.
Wow.
Oslo,
Okay, we're on the road now. We're going with him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Amsterdam, Antwerp.
Do you fund that yourself, or is it all sponsored? or-
Canada. Oh no, this is a dog and pony. My wife and I are we're the whole show. Ryan and Matt put it up and help produce it, and edit it and whatnot. And in case I say something horrible, and no, but it's just my wife and me.
Okay, so
Right.
do you ever get sponsored? Anything
Oh
sponsored?
yeah, we have sponsors. Of
Oh,
course,
cool.
it's a podcast.
Right,
like
sure.
everyone else, Squarespace and all the people that advertise on every single podcast
Right,
in the
right.
universe.
Yeah.
Audible. That
Right. Now, do they automatically say, "Here's your schedule. You show up at this hotel. You do this. We'll see you."
or
at this
your
I make
podcast."
freestyle.
I make
That's
schedule.
you.
And so, like, when playing in the Comedy Works, and it took Comedy Works a couple years to get down with the program. The first year I did it at the Comedy Works several years ago, I had to do it as a late show. Like, I did my regular stand-up
And then
set,
you'd-
and then they're like, well, now go do your cute little podcast thing.
You're all, but I'm tired.
Right,
Right.
And
My
I get it. And I
energy's
don't want to
gone.
do teach because
Right.
the podcast is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And,
People didn't understand that, how much work goes into that stuff.
and it's an hour and a half of me sitting,
Right.
in one
Right.
place spieling the whole time. So then in the last few years, of course, now that lots of people come,
Oh, they're into
you
it.
can have your own night.
You know what?
Right.
We can do your own night.
We'll
Show
open up for you.
Yeah,
That's
right,
awesome, though. But
right.
I mean, you're pioneering that for a lot of people, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're getting people used to that, because we ran into the same thing when we're always ahead of the curve, and thanks to Wiggins, we're always like doing things that traditional radio can't. And so some people, when we try to explain things to them, they're just like,
What?
Yeah.
Right.
right, like Wiggins has seen that
Speaking
face
another
hundreds
language.
of times.
Yeah.
And for a minute, their podcast came out and they didn't go anywhere. They weren't successful.
Well, there was so
and
many.
then technology caught up and helped it.
It was the smartphone. I had a podcast on Audible that I was paid way too much money to do from 2001 to 2005.
Okay.
And nobody listened.
It was way back.
Because you had to have an MP3 player.
Yeah.
Right.
You downloaded it
Yeah.
into a thing.
It's a
And
pain in
you
the
went to
ass.
the computer. And then as soon as smartphones came out, they became instantaneous.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a kid say to me, I say that because I'm old, 20-something, said
Right.
to me, held up their phone to me and went, if it's not here, it doesn't exist.
Oh.
And I was like,
And you punched him right in the gut.
as far as entertainment goes, they're right.
They're absolutely right.
If you people who run network TV and everything, as you can see, are completely panicked
Mm-hmm.
because they go to their 12-year-old when they're sitting at home with them and are like, "Hey, did you like my TV show I produced?" And
They're all,
the 12-year-old's
what?
like,
No.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Didn't watch
Don't
it.
watch it. Don't care.
Yep.
I'm watching what I want on my phone anytime
Exactly.
I want it.
Right.
And the podcast falls right into that. So it came along at the perfect time for my
Perfect.
life because now I can deliver something once a week that everybody knows. And it's automatically, if you subscribe to it on your phone, it pops up on your phone.
Yep.
And you're your own boss.
Yep.
That's the best part. Like,
No meetings.
dude, we just made the same move. We were the #1 radio station here.
Traditional radio, yeah.
Traditional radio for 15 years. And they wanted to hand us this corporate crap, and they wanted to, us to take pay cuts, this, that, the other, or play the same 5 songs in a row, play 10 commercials in a row. And so we got this opportunity to do this thing with the Green Solution and do it our way. And it's like so liberating.
Well, we wouldn't be able to do interviews like this with Greg and be able to promote your show and just sit down and talk
actually have a real
First of all, we
conversation.
haven't had 3 stop sets already.
Exactly.
And we haven't had to stop to play a record that no one cares about.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And-
You just hurt his hand again.
No, I did it very gently. I was gentle.
I love when I go on, the big formatted corporate stations, and they'll stop and they'll play like, a Katy Perry record. or
Right.
something. And nothing to diminish Katy Perry.
No, we're with
I
you.
adore her.
Right.
But
It's their thing, yeah.
Well, you're like, who that owns a house and a car that has any money is listening to Katy Perry? So you're defeating yourself here
Yeah.
by not letting me talk, where I will sell more stuff than she will.
Right.
And
Right.
just
They have so
because-
many places they can hear Katy Perry.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they want that, you can go to
But
get it
there's
wherever.
a guy named Rick in a room with a short sleeve shirt and a tie who
Right.
hates his life, who's
Right.
the program director.
For real.
Who's afraid they're going to change into a country format any minute.
Any minute.
Oh no, for
Exactly.
sure. It's like you're reading our minds.
Yeah.
Radio.
Yeah,
right,
for real.
and television. Just like both of them, they just keep complaining. There's no money. People aren't coming here anymore for these avenues, and it's true. And I'm sorry, but you got to roll with what's changing.
You still need the plug, and you still need to see Greg Prooper tonight.
Greg Prooper. Greg Prooper.
Yeah.
They call me Prooper.
Yeah, Proops.
He's Proop Dog.
Something said Prooper on here. It screwed me all up.
It's okay.
No, he
It
can't
said
read.
Prooper. I
He's
can't
the smartest
read.
one out of the
Yeah,
three
you're
of
the
us, but
smartest guy in the room. I'm the
So what
dumbest
is it
guy in
then?
the
What
room.
is
There
it?
you go.
I like Prooper.
Yeah, comedyworks.com. You see Proops tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday at Comedy Works downtown. And I'm done talking. All right, you guys
No,
take it
you're
over.
all
Yeah.
fine.
I think TV and radio are still good for big ticket things like a giant sporting thing
Yeah.
or breaking news, that kind of thing.
For
and
sure.
you have to have it because it's sort of the free background noise of everything.
Yeah.
For sure, it's like you put it on in the background, but it's like the days of watching a show in real time gone.
Appointment viewing and all that.
Right.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
over. They have to fit your appointment now.
Right,
And
for sure.
It's taken show business a really long time to realize that, which is, I think, why you see 5 million superhero movies, because they've run out of ideas.
Right.
And
Completely.
they know that they have to play to the foreign market now because American people are like, yeah, we've seen Avengers
that.
8. Yeah.
Done
Right.
it. Been there.
And the thing with that was they lose the contract if they don't keep making the Spider-Man movies. They could lose it, so they just keep making the same movie over and over with a new guy. And you have to go through the whole thing. He's in school, gets bit by the spider. How many times
Right,
do we have to
right,
see
right,
this?
right.
How many times do you have to see Batman's parents get shot and the pearls go in the street?
Oh, it's
Dear
horrible.
Lord.
Although I liked Wonder Woman. I watched
Yeah,
it on
that
the
was
plane.
awesome.
I watched
Wonder
it on
Woman
the
was
plane.
badass.
That's good.
Yeah, we've been waiting a long time for a Wonder Woman since Linda Carter.
And I love that
good-
she came in and killed it.
She sure did.
Gal
She killed
Gadot or Godot, whatever her name is, she's so hot.
it. Yeah, I heard
She
it
gives me straight feelings, and I'm gay.
So your wife's not on this trip with you. She's waiting for it to head out.
No,
to...
we're going to New York in a week's time, and then she'll go to that. We're going to Thanksgiving, and then we're doing a really fun gig in New York at the first weekend for any of your listeners who are going to be there, December 6th and 7th. I'm going to be doing Nightmare Before Christmas live with Danny Elfman, a full
Yeah.
orchestra, and
Shut up.
no,
Your voice in
I
there.
won't.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a bunch of voices in the movie, and we did the movie ages ago. Golly,
I am the one with them. Oh my
Right,
God.
right, that's him.
Sure in a flash and gone without a trace.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
know.
Yep.
That's
do you
so
get
sick.
to go to Disney World and Disneyland for free around Halloween?
No.
Because it's always turned into Nightmare Before Christmas.
You've been
Yeah,
through
they
it
don't
when
care.
it's Nightmare Before
I
Christmas.
haven't actually.
Oh my God. We're taking you with us.
you know, and
I asked my wife the other day, should we go? Because I've never been on
Oh my
it.
God. So tell us and we'll time our trip out there and we'll both podcast while we're out there.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It would be an honor, but-
because they really take the mansion and they convert it in a way to Nightmare that you're like, how do they get all this stuff in here? And it looks so different, and I'm sure your voice is all over it.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
And we did it the last 2 years at Halloween. At the Hollywood Bowl, and then I guess Danny decided this year that he wanted to do it in New York at Christmas.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it goes either way. It's a double
Christmas
duty
or
movie.
Halloween. Yeah, it is.
So yeah, it's really fun.
What's he
it's
like?
the most fun thing I get to do in my life. I'm absolutely hysterical through the whole thing. I laugh through the curtain call. That's
awesome.
Because there's a 100-piece orchestra, 40 people in the chorus. There's 5 of us singers, and Catherine O'Hara's there, and Ken Page does
Whoa.
Boogie Boogie. In
Pressure.
Hollywood, Pee Wee did it, but I don't think he's coming to New York with us. But and Danny sings, and he's tremendous, and it's like being in an opera.
Wow.
I'll
amazing.
never get closer to being in an opera than I will to sing the soundtrack. to
That's
this
cool.
movie.
That's sick.
So the other singers talk during the overture and the entr'acte. We're backstage.
Yeah.
And they'll yak. And I go out in front and watch. I watch every moment of it.
It sounds.
Because I feel like
awesome.
I'm never going to be in anything this great again,
Totally.
And you hear gongs and bells. And
That's so cool.
I'm post up next to John Mary, the conductor. So I'm here. Like when they start something, he'll be like,
Whoa.
So I'm right on deck.
You
And,
get chills. You're like, that's right.
So you'll be like me when you ask me to play that improv game.
Don't
I'll
fuck
be
up
like,
your cue. Don't fuck
What
up
bus?
your cue.
Right.
What bus? What bus?
and
Or
it's-
you hit myself later in the head.
Play it safe and give him the cowbell.
Right, more cowbell.
He can do the cowbell.
You did a voice, lent your voice for Star Wars too. Is that right?
I'm the pod race announcer, Fode, in the Phantom Menace, which, as you may recall, a terrible accident happened and a lot of the plot was destroyed.
Okay, that joke will never get old.
Oh my God.
And then subsequent to that, every single bloody video game that has a pod race. And then I was on Clone Wars, not as the pod race guy, but a bad guy named Tal Merrick. And I try to kill Princess Amidala, and then I get killed. So then I get a call, and they go, hey, you want to come back in and do Tal Merrick again? And I went, I can't do Tal Merrick. My character's dead. And they go, Greg, this is Star Wars. It's a prequel.
We can do anything we want.
So we're making another one now, but I'm not to speak of it.
Oh, cool.
There is, of course, another one coming out that's a cartoon series.
So do you record that where? I mean,
Hollywood.
Okay, not in.
Star Wars we never did in the United States.
Oh, wow.
We recorded in London and Mexico, and we did it all in England.
Wow.
We shot in Leavesden, outside of London. This was again like a nightmare. This was in the 90s, and because Phantom Menace is that old.
Right.
And then we did all the recording in London. So right before the movie came out, Phantom Menace, it was, I don't know, maybe I was asked to go to a recording studio in London. So I went, and there was a phone. This is the 90s, in a cradle with a speakerphone, right? And a guy down the line from Marin, from ILM, right? And we ran the sequence, and I did the voice, and every single pass was perfect, right? Like, whereas I'd already recorded it 1,000 times. I go, well, I don't care what galaxy you're from. That's gotta hurt. And they go, perfect, moving on. And finally I said, when does the movie open? And he went, on the other end, 10 days.
Oh my God.
So when it gets toward the finish line,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you were
Throw it.
great. That was awesome.
Right. Together.
Perfect.
First take, first take.
You're all
No, we didn't do any second take.
Yeah, I was going to
That's
say,
crazy.
can we talk about a raise? I can hold this whole project
Then we got
up.
to re-record it for the DVD.
Oh,
And
wow.
then re-record, like,
Right,
it's
'cause
just
he's
a
gonna-
never-ending thing.
In
does.
10 years, he's going to call you and go, I'm redoing the whole thing. I
Right.
need you to
Yeah.
voice this.
I need you to say this. Okay, now all those voices I totally see coming out of you, but the one that I don't because I watch it with my daughters, Bob the Builder.
Well, Bob the Builder's this one. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Oh, look at you, Larry. You reduced, reused, and recycled. It's just my voice, but
Okay.
more enthusiastic.
Okay, right.
That's hilarious.
Because
People
you
always-
really, he's kind of like a high-pitched, happy, crappy, right. And so, but, good lessons. You teach really good lessons.
How do you
Pick up the
audition
garbage.
for those things? Because like Larry can do an array of voices,
Yes,
and he's
I
really
see.
good. And so how do you? I mean, you've been
have
in
an
Hollywood for a
agent.
minute, yeah.
That one was my favorite one because I went into the studio. That was in London too. A company that's no longer there called HHE. And I went in and I was doing all these different voices, like all funny, this and that, and and finally, because in Britain is over the speaker, Greg, would you mind doing it again in your voice? Just your voice. And I said, are you insinuating that I have a funny cartoon voice? So I read it like I'm talking to you. Hooray, you recycled. And they said, all right, would you like the job? Right there.
Wow.
That's never happened to me ever on any other job.
Wow.
Any actor will tell you that never happened.
Right.
Right.
In the room, they said, do you want it?
That's
So
crazy.
I went, yeah, that'd be great. And then I ran outside and found my voice agent. I'm like, call them back right now. Don't give them a chance to change their mind while I'm walking down the street.
Right.
So we did it for about 4 or 5 years. And then they sold the company as corporations go.
Okay.
And so
Right.
now someone else does Bob the Builder.
Right.
I wasn't the first one. There was a guy ahead of me, too. That did
Really?
It. And then there's an English one. I did it for North America. The English guy was Neil Morrissey, who used to be on Men Behaving Badly.
Okay.
And has a bit of a northern accent. It's like that.
Oh, right.
We'll have a cup of tea and go to the caravan.
Yeah, haven't seen that, Bob.
Reuse and
you don't
recycle.
get to see
Yeah.
that. Recycle.
Recycle,
Yeah,
reuse.
he had a bit that going on.
Sounds like a Beatle.
Yeah, he did. He was
did.
very slightly Beatlish, which I thought was really cute.
Well,
And-
Greg Proops, thank you for coming in, man.
bye.
We really
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
way to cut it off.
Sorry,
Wow.
man. We have to play.
He
we
was so
do
excited to
get the
pronounce your name right.
Yeah, I know. And we do have to play a stop set here at some point. So
We
do-
only have
but
one.
we
It,
still have to
it lasts
play
30
it.
seconds.
Yeah, can you wait 30 seconds? That's
Yeah.
all I
Yes.
thought- that's
And
all
then
I-
we'll be back into it. It's just a live with Kathie.
Wait, I need to do a live right now?
Well, we were supposed to. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can do it. He can even be in the live.
Yeah,
Have you
it's for
ever-
Mike's away. So let's do
Silverbed
it.
Warehouse is having a sale. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Actually, it's a guy I like. So it's a
Not like that, though.
Oh, no?
Well, you like him, but
Like-
not
Oh, no,
like that. Yeah.
no, I like him, but not like that. Like, but I like him.
my
Okay, so everybody out there, if you've been in an accident, you know somebody that's been in an accident, and that includes an accident on the job. Look, lawyers, they're not really in it for you. You always think they're in it for the money. But Mike Savoya, I'm telling you, he is there for you. Treats every client like it's his first client, still works on the same desk that he had when he began as a lawyer. Call him today, 303-GOOD-LAW. He's the #1 personal injury attorney in the United States. He's done over 30,000 cases, and he will treat you like you are his only client. Call him today. He'll get the most money out of those insurance companies. He hates it when people get taken advantage of.
He is the best, and he is like a real person that, like, when you meet him, he keeps eye contact and uses both hands, like he's in the moment with you.
Right.
Like, so when we went with him to Florida, he was like, "Yeah, you guys can stay in my house in Hawaii," and we were like, "What?"
What?
And so I
How do
also
we-
have a mansion in Mexico if you guys prefer. And we were all, "Oh my god!"
Is this
so?
supposed
I'll
to
take
be
the
a
mansion in
commercial?
Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. No, and so he's really that genuine and
island?
sweet. He,
don't
it was on
Hawaii?
Honolulu.
Yeah, the big island.
Oahu.
Right?
So yeah, anyway, he loves Kathie.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's like Kathie is spread pretty thin on all of
Are you
her
married,
best friend
Kathie?
guys. Yeah,
I'm
she is.
married.
Oh.
Yeah.
But no, he's just
Boo,
a
you
super
could have had a
duper
lawyer.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
right? My mom finally would have been proud.
Right?
of
I was
me.
going to say.
Damn.
What does your husband do?
Damn it.
He works in broadcasting.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he's
works-
more broadcasting.
Right.
I know, but you know how with Jews, you got to have.
I know.
He's a
I'm always
doctor,
gonna be
maybe?
he's not a
Right.
doctor. I'm always going to be a disappointment.
Right.
Thanks for pointing it out, Greg.
Shonda, yeah.
Right.
Her husband's awesome. He's almost a doctor, kind of.
Well, his nickname's Mr. Efficient.
Like, he can do anything. Like,
you
he
need
can.
you need good guys that can totally take care of business. That's my
Right, like when Kathie leaves, he's like, "All right, here's your thing. Here's your list for the day. You have a pap smear at 2.
No, he
You're
doesn't
picking up
do
the
that.
girls
He
at
doesn't
soccer,
do that. He doesn't
and don't
do
forget the fruit roll-ups you have to pick up for the school. It's your turn to buy the snacks."
Again, that's Mike Savoya, 303
Yeah.
Good Lot.
That's the best lawyer commercial I've ever heard.
Yep.
What the hell happened in it?
Call now.
Okay, so we're out of our commercial break. So,
All right.
Greg,
Back to the regularly scheduled
Yeah.
program.
You know, we're doing it like Viceland. Have you seen the channel Viceland?
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of real not traditional with their stop sets and their promos. You don't know, am I in a promo or a show? So we're kind of just going the opposite of traditional radio. And so sponsors will be limited, and, you know, you're not going to hear long stop sets and stuff like that. So
so back to you, Greg.
That's my darling.
Tell me, are there tickets still available for that event in December?
I believe so. Yeah, that's it's on my website, gregproops.com. But
Okay.
you can go to it's the
I want
Barclay.
to go to that.
I do too.
The
That's why-
Barclays Center, where the Nets play, all the sports teams play at the Barclays
Right,
Center.
right.
And like it's the kind of venue where like Jay-Z plays.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
that,
no, for
that
sure.
level
It's
of
big
like,
pimpin'.
yeah,
Right, right.
it's a giant thingy.
And you've done so many cool things in this life, so it's really cool. I
got
mean,
lucky on
if
that,
you're
yeah.
saying that this is one of the coolest things, I gotta see it.
It is really. Like I say, I'm like a 5-year-old the whole time we do it. Obviously, I freak out and I'm really nervous to blow my cues and stuff.
It doesn't matter if you do, though, right?
Not really, because the
Right.
thing just keeps chugging along no matter
Everything
what you do.
is a
Right.
question. Just know that everything you have to say is a question.
How's that?
Yeah, that's just like, don't. Oh, damn it! He did it! Damn it!
You can't mess with him, man. He's the OG.
That was the force.
You gotta wake up earlier than that, Larry.
Yeah, damn it.
Hey, how was Whose Line Is It Anyway? Were you already so established that it just kind of another notch in the belt, or did that take you to the next level?
The reason I'm even here is because of it. I was a working comic in San Francisco. I was playing, all over the country and junk. And I got on the show. That was in 1989. I was 14 years old. And that's a joke.
Oh,
I was
Everybody
believing it.
takes
I was
it
so
literally.
into it.
I
Yeah.
was like, wow,
So-
that's crazy that you hire a kid.
We ran for 10
Look,
years in England.
I hate math so much I didn't even try to add it
Right,
up.
Right.
We ran for 10 years in England with the English show, and then, which no show runs in England that long. Shows
Oh,
in
wow.
England last about 2 years, other than Have I Got News for You and Newsnight, which have been, and the horse racing show. Those have been on a million years.
Because
And-
they're so finicky, or
and
they're
football. you know how in the States there'll be 25 writers, or there'll be a dozen writers on a sitcom,
right?
And then the people who created it, and then they'll back up and EP it, and then the writers take over, and it'll run forever, and they keep changing writers. In England, it's often the person who thought of the show, and maybe one other person, and they write all of it.
Oh, damn!
So they don't have a staff of
so they
writers.
get burnt out,
right? After 2 seasons, and now you've
I've
written
run out
12
of
episodes.
ideas completely.
Right.
I don't know what to think.
Yeah, like the only analogous one I can think of is in the States is the Flight of the Conchords. And I knew them from England, right? I met them there, and I've worked with them in a bunch of continents. And I had a radio show in England, and they did my radio show when they weren't famous. And then they had a radio show on BBC Two, and or Radio 2 rather, and I did their show. So then they got their TV show. It's years later, and they got their show on HBO. So they call me and they go, "Do you want to do the same character that you did on the radio show?" Which was an asshole agent. And my joke with them was always, "I love you guys. I love that you're Australian. I love that, everything.
Right. I love everything.
Rick and Jimmy or whatever. I got their name. One of you's funnier than the other. You really should drop him. You really, really need to drop him." And that's all I did to them all the time. Every time I saw them, I'd go,
"Why do you put up with this person?"
Right. I love what
hilarious.
you guys do, but one of you is just an
You're bringing it down. Oh, that's hilarious.
So we did the show, and I did the same character, and I offered them a deal. I think it was what was it? Femident, a woman's toothpaste. It was that episode. And Andrea was my assistant. She was hilarious, and it was really good fun. And I go, "So, fellas, who's writing the show?" And they go, "We." And I go, "Well, how many more episodes?" And they're like, "We've run out of material."
And they're good.
And that's
we've done everything we've ever thought of since our first open mic.
That's why we brought you back.
Because they turned down a third season.
Wow.
They had a third season
that
offered
was
them.
why, because I loved that
Yeah.
show.
Just
It's a
weren't
great
like,
show.
We can't.
They didn't have 50 writers. They wrote it.
Oh, that
Wow.
sucks.
They
You
always-
think
But I mean,
that-
it's also kind of cool because then it's like, as opposed to something. I I like sitcoms that live on. Like I'm a big Modern Family fan, but those, that's special. That show,
Fawlty Towers.
Right.
12 episodes.
Flight of the Conchords.
Well, AbFab used to be that way. Then they came back and did a bunch more seasons.
Exactly.
But, I still love AbFab.
Sweetie darling.
Yeah.
she's all thin.
Yeah.
Thin.
So that's kind of why. And then when we did it on ABC for like 4 years, and then they put us up against Monday Night Football the last season, and that was that.
Oh.
And then they brought it back on the CW.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm on the road. I just finished. I was last week on the road with Ryan Stiles. I'm in a group with him. He's the tall one.
Yeah.
And
He's Lewis, right?
He's Lewis.
Yeah, he's like that's. I hate to like typecast, but that's how I always think about it. That was Lewis.
He's Lewis.
Yeah.
And he's on 2.5 Men, and him and me and Jeff Davis and Joel Murray are in a group together, and we tour all the time. But we just finished our last date of the year last week. We did the Midwest, and then we go back out again in January. So
That's your crew.
I'm in a
Those are your
group-
boys, huh?
And then I did Edinburgh with all of the English cast with Josie and Mike McShane, Stephen Frost, and Clive Anderson. We did Edinburgh this year in August, right before this happened. And so people ask me, "Do you miss Whose Line?" It's like, no.
Because
I can't shake them. I'm around them all the time.
They keep pulling me back in.
Right? And then the last two summers, we did the West End in London for 2 weeks with me, Colin Brad, Jeff, Josie, Clive, Kathie, and Linda and Laura.
God, it's got to be fun.
Which in a big West End theater, so we did that. And then
So cool.
next Christmas, we're going to do Royal Albert Hall with Whose Line for 2 nights. So.
Do you take any time for
I
yourself?
was
Do
gonna
you ever
say,
go on
you
vacation?
You are
or-
not
No.
stopping.
No, you don't chill.
That's probably why you and your wife, you just make such good travel partners with podcasts and stuff. Because
Right.
I would feel horrible going to all these cool places and she wasn't with you. So
Oh,
now
no,
you
she
guys-
goes on all of
so you
those.
guys-
Yeah.
you said Glasgow.
If we're going
and
to
all those-
London or New York, she's
Yeah,
going.
she's going.
Yeah, right.
She's
Go
going.
to Cleveland, not so much.
So when you become part of the Star Wars like family or folklore, do they give you a jacket? Does George Lucas? Did you get to meet him? Anything like that?
Oh, I shot with George Lucas on the day. Me and Scott Capurro, who's the other pod race announcer, we were in we had giant prosthetic heads made, and we went into the model shop. Well, is this boring?
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
Are you kidding? I have a hard on.
No, I don't know who's a Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're Star
nerd
Wars
here.
nerds. Star Wars nerds.
I mean, it's not my favorite, but
How dare you?
Yeah,
Where?
whatever. That's like a kid who works at a candy shop.
Right. I hate candy.
Right. I'm over it.
What? Oh, every day with the eclairs. We went into the model shop, and they had just had. This will give you an idea of what year it was. They had been just done the Avengers. You remember that?
Okay.
crap?
Yes.
With Ralph Fiennes and Uma Thurman.
Okay.
Yes.
With Eddie Izzard suspended from the ceiling.
Right.
and
That was
wearing
terrible.
a bear outfit.
Oh,
it was just
right. Oh,
putrid.
yeah.
Bad.
That was
Really bad.
Right.
Nothing happened. That movie just,
Yeah.
I was going to say the Hindenburg, but the Hindenburg, as you recall, was in the air.
Right, for a minute.
And then it crashed.
Right.
That movie never actually got off the ground. So they'd had Uma Thurman in, and all the guys in the model shop were still vibrating with excitement because they'd had her in her underwear and they'd done her bodysuit.
Oh.
So
Wow.
they were like, we had Uma Thurman in. And we're like, all right,
all
fellas.
busted.
All right, fellas.
Okay.
And so they did our heads. And in those days, now you don't do it because I've had it done subsequent to then. In those days, they literally put 2 straws up your nose, and that's how you breathe.
You've seen
mold.
that.
And then
yeah.
they put the thing over you, and it just covers you completely. And
Oh, my God.
And so there's pictures of us online. You can see our giant heads that they made us. And then we shot all day with George. And I came into the set, and we were wearing these horrible, like, little, jumpy suits because we were in front of a blue screen.
Right.
So you're just smuggling
you're
everything.
exposed.
Yeah.
You're exposed.
With a giant head on it.
Right. You're all. I may have a love handle.
Right. Yeah, just a little. And my male breasts in full glory. And they go, George comes over and goes, and I can call him George because I work with him. He comes over and he goes, so, have you guys seen the sequence? And I went, no, George, it's a secret. No one's seen it. Because no one had seen it.
Oh, right.
We had to sign non-disclosure agreements,
Nobody-
the whole. And he's like, well, you want to see it? And that's how he acted. He didn't,
Right.
not like a director.
Right.
He wasn't Michael Bay.
Yeah.
He would like
Right.
yell at us. And we went, yeah, okay. So he puts it on, and the monitor was about yay big, like 3x4. It was
Okay.
a little
So
computer
small.
monitor. And I don't have my glasses on because I was wearing a prosthetic head.
Right.
So I can't see at all.
damn.
So I put my face up to it like this and watched the sequence, which wasn't finished. It was just models and schematics and stuff. And then we went and
dope.
shot it, and it was a lot of us turning our heads and doing the lines over and over. And after every take, and there was 150 people standing there.
Oh,
you
my
know?
God.
George would go, he'd walk up to us and go, that was good. Do you want to do it again? And I'd go every time, okay, George, we'll do it again. So he did like 30, 40 takes, but he really would. It was never quiet.
Right.
Right.
Speed, action. No.
Right.
He'd just walk up and go, that was good.
That'd have to be weird.
Man, I thought there'd be a big bell and like clear.
No.
Quiet.
Not on that set.
Right.
That
Wow.
explains Phantom
George's
Menace.
set was like,
Chill.
really. Now, on the same day as us, Frank Oz was doing second unit with Ewan McGregor because Ewan came in and we got to meet him ever so briefly. So to answer your question, and this is the longest answer in the world,
That's the best answer.
Scott, at the end of the day, now we've taken our heads off, which took several hours,
Yeah.
and because it took like 2 hours to put them on.
Yeah, totally.
And of course, once you're in it, you can't eat or do anything. We finished the day, and the second AD comes around, and Scott goes, "Let's get some swag." And I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be groovy." And so he goes, "Is there any swag?" And the second AD goes, "Hold on a minute, I'll be back." He buggers off, comes back, and he gives us 2 polar fleeces. Now, you say you're a Star Wars nerd. The polar fleeces say Episode 1.
Whoa. Now that could be sold on eBay.
The movie wasn't named yet.
Oh.
See, if you know anything about Star Wars, Phantom Menace is the first movie.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
right.
you found out about
that.
episode 1.
Star Wars is the 4th movie.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no,
So
I know
that's
that.
crazy.
Right.
Return of the Jedi is the 5th movie,
So
now
which
you're-
was Revenge of the Jedi, and then those shirts that say Revenge are really collector's items because
Right.
they changed the name of
To
the
return
movie. Yeah,
because it was too violent.
it's too violent.
Right,
So
they
we
killed
weren't
too
the
many
Phantom
teddy
Menace yet.
bears.
And so I have a polar fleece. Don't come to my house and kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a polar fleece that
I
says
just want to be in the
Episode
room
1
with
on
it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
So
man.
they didn't give me a code or nothing. Scott begged for swag, and they gave us 2 polar fleeces.
That's
So
kind
we
of
went
awesome.
back to my flat in London where I was living at the time with my wife and ordered Chinese food and and rub the polar fleeces on.
Right. Look what I got. It's right
I
here.
remember the day very well.
Hey,
You're good at remembering everything. Accents that people had, certain things that they said, their names. You're amazing,
That was a
Greg.
fun day, though.
You're amazing.
Hell yeah.
thank you for hanging out with
Yes,
us, man.
thank
It's been a
you.
lot
Dude, that
of
was
fun.
awesome.
Thank
We
you.
could
Yeah.
go on and on and on.
Yeah, if you need anything from the Green Solution while you're here at dispensary, we can take care of you. Just wink or nod. Yeah.
We got you.
But we do have to play a commercial for the Green Solution right
Okay.
now.
We
So
do.
you make sure you get those tickets right now. ComedyWorks.com. Here tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. You do not want to miss him. And Greg, thanks again for coming out and hanging out with us,
Thanks,
man.
you guys. I had so much fun.
We're not worthy. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Please rise.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
303-728-3420. You just heard the Greg Proops or Props, we haven't decided yet, interview. We're still trying to figure that out. But so we're playing a little bit of the best interviews that we have from 2017, but we also said we're not going to talk until you call us. So 303-728-3420.
Hello, who's this?
This is Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
Hey, Maddie.
What are you
How's
doing?
it going this morning?
We're
I
good.
am on my way to work.
Where are you? What do you do?
I do heating and air conditioning.
Nice. It's
So
nice.
like,
Yeah,
it's like HVAC,
yeah.
It's nice
like
to hear
HVAC.
Yeah. We're actually, it's winter, so times are slow, so we're actually tinning, some new builds. So we're putting in duct and piping for new houses out, like way out east in far Aurora.
Man, I'd rather do that than go into the old houses to update something.
Yeah. I've seen some weird stuff,
Right.
fall out of some people's.
And
My
you know
dad,
what?
he's a service tech too, and you find all sorts of crap. Like he found a mouse one time caught
Ugh.
up. Cause they don't know any better, so
Right.
they get all caught up in there. And I was just up on a roof the other day, and I found a bird, and so definitely wildlife gets in the way for sure.
For sure. I lost my hamster once. He ran into the air duct and got lost in there.
Never saw him again.
Well, no, my dad found his bones when he was
yes.
cleaning it
A little
out.
tiny skeleton.
It was.
Hey, so how often should you have your duct aired out or cleaned out or
Your
sucked?
air ducts.
Yeah.
It really depends. Like I have a house, and
Uh-oh, we
Oh, no,
lost her.
Maddie. What's the answer?
You'll never know,
Oh,
Larry.
All right, there you are.
We lost,
again.
we
Yeah.
lost you.
Okay, say that again.
I just, it really depends on, sometimes there's allergies.
Have you ever had it done at
depending
yours
on,
yet?
you know,
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you already did?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't yet because I just moved in at my house, but it's definitely worth it. I can tell you that much.
How long does it take?
Better air quality. I'd say it takes about a day or so, depending on how large your house is. Typically, we can go in the morning and then get it all done. It improves the longevity of your furnace and how long it takes, and then in addition to that, it's better air quality that you're breathing in, and it helps with allergies, especially with how dry it is here.
Very
It just
dry.
helps.
It's very dry.
I think it's cool that a chick's doing this work. Sometimes it's just guys, you think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun hanging with the boys and stuff like that. I
Do
get
you
to give
feel
them
like,
a lot of crap.
yeah, do they, are they inappropriate?
Oh, we joke around. I'm just as bad as they are.
Oh, good. That's good.
There's a little bit more than that to make me blush, for sure.
Right. Well, I have a man for you to meet. His name's Harvey Weinstein, and he'd like to try to make you blush.
Well, yeah, I think I would probably still give him a run for his money.
Right. And you'd be a big star.
Be like, is that all you got, Harvey? Because I
all-
can't even
Right,
see it with your
right.
dinky do. But you know what? You wouldn't be in a position of you're going to lose your job and your career. So
Right.
it would be easier to talk smack to him.
Right.
Right, exactly.
Well, thanks for calling. We appreciate it. It's cool that your dad was able to pass on what he did to you. And so is that how that happened?
Absolutely, yeah. My dad has pretty much taught me everything I know. I'm grateful for that. I
Yay,
think a lot of
dads!
people overlook, right? I think a lot of people overlook the trades nowadays. I'm going to college, but I've made more money doing this than I ever would, straight out of college. For
Oh, no.
sure. And
There's a bunch
it
of
only
people.
goes up from there because the potential to own a business too, you know.
Yes.
And then not only are you a business owner, like you have a trade too.
Good
So-
job.
No, for sure. And there's a lot of people walking around with degrees that they don't even use. You know, they ended up doing something completely different anyway. You know?
Right.
True, 100%.
Well, thanks for calling. Have a good Friday and have a happy
You
Christmas.
too.
Happy Christmas from the morning show to you.
Hey.
Bye.
Shake a hand, shake a hand.
You can also call us at 303-728-3420 and request a Christmas song, and we'll probably play it.
Okay, why not?
And you can text you can text that as well, 303-728-3420. We outrank you.
Come on, Wig.
and
All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah, we want to hear that, and we want to hear Mamacita, donde se Santa Claus?
We do want to.
That's my gente.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Do it.
We'll do your white grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I don't do that one.
Oh.
Yeah,
all
you're
right.
stereotyping now, Larry.
You guys were attacking me!
Yeah, so
So,
We have to read some of these things on the text line.
okay.
Okay, they're hilarious. So this
hilarious.
Are we going to go get liquor or pie? I was going to think of it. We should go get a Village and pie.
one, pie, I could, pie is always
Maybe
And then we
Dutch
dumped
apple.
it. Then we put in a blender with liquor, and then we blend it up and
With
then
ice cream.
Yeah, with ice
What?
cream, yeah.
Shelly says, hey guys, my birthday's tomorrow, the big 39, a year away from 40. But since you're not on the air tomorrow, could you give me a birthday shout out today? I've been listening to y'all since the beginning.
Yay.
Love you.
Yay.
Yes. Okay. So Shelly, happy
Happy birthday
from the morning show to you.
Hey.
We should have adult shakes.
Oh yeah.
You know what those are? That's just like shake with liquor in it. Let's
Yeah.
make those.
Okay, that's
Punch
what I
bowl
just
social
said.
I know, but we don't have a blender. Damn it.
Hey guys, this is Sindel. Please help me in a shout out to my family member. Sindel texted us the other morning.
Right, it's Kendall's evil twin, Sindel. He's like, hello.
Cooler
Or
twin.
maybe it's the nice
Cooler
twin.
twin.
Yeah, the cool
Right.
twin.
Which I want to surprise with the gender of my baby for Christmas.
You want us to tell you the gender of your baby for Christmas?
The name was going to be Zane for a boy and Alina for a girl.
Oh, that's cool. Zane is a cool name.
Okay, Zane, right. Well, surprise! I'm announcing it right now.
Oh, really? Okay, everybody calm down. Did you have any build-up, any music, any...
Yeah, we need some sort of...
Sometimes Wiggins, he becomes a listener, and we look over at him, and he's like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing something.
Oh, yes.
Right, no, okay. So we're about to help him with the surprise to everyone that's listening right now.
That's as good as we got as the build-up. Please hold on. Kathy's about to name the baby's gender.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, have that ready. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so
Should we guess?
if it's a boy, it's Zane. If it's a girl, it's Alina. You ready?
Yeah.
The baby's name will be...
Please hold on. Kathy will be back after these messages.
Alina! You guys are supposed to be celebrating. It's a girl. Big brother Gio's getting a baby sister. Yay! Congratulations to your new family.
It's going to be a lot of work.
growing family. Yeah.
Babies are hard.
That's why you're working today, because you have a family.
There's so much joy, but I've seen what they've done to my poor girl, Kathy.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, now my mom pees her pants when she sneezes.
You know what? I hate you. Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my God.
couldn't imagine if I had it, like, cause I got violent seizures, and then I'd be like, a shoe.
Oh, no,
and then you're just like, oh.
It's
well,
a nightmare.
just gonna-
Like I'll be fresh out of the shower, you put on clean underwear,
And
and all
that's
of a
all.
sudden you sneeze while you're getting your pants on. You're like, well, that's great. I had on clean underwear for about 4 minutes. That's awesome.
Then you
Is that why you smell like pee now? Because we've
No.
been laughing all morning.
That's why I used to smell like pee a lot. I've been doing Kegels, trying to build it back in there.
Aren't you
but
supposed to put a stone in there or
I'm
an
not
egg?
going to put a $60 stone in there. Thank you,
I
Gwyneth
found
Paltrow.
one for $20.
Okay, well, I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'm
Actually,
kidding.
I
I'm
have
not
a-
putting one in there.
I have a whole basket of them on my countertop.
Decorative eggs.
You've seen those eggs? There's like they're marble.
They're a little too big.
Yeah, and
Larry.
there's one that makes noise. Ding, 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 ding. It's metal.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
So dogs will come running as I'm walking down the street.
It's
Like
going
a
to be very cold at first. So cold.
ding, 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 ding.
But you know what? Will that get better with time? Or
I mean, yeah. I don't know
Kegels?
what I have to do.
Kegels? What are
No,
kegels?
Kegels.
where you
Kegels?
like clench your butt cheeks or
Where you
your taint?
practice, you got to work the muscle back together.
Like clench your
Oh.
taint.
Right.
Is that okay? That
pretty
feels,
kegel.
that feels weird.
It's awesome. Yeah. Are you pinching?
Is this how
are you
people
pinching
twerk?
right
Is this
now?
what people do,
No,
like when they learn how to
twerking
twerk?
is totally
Oh.
different. Twerking is you got to relax and let it all
Yeah,
go.
you got to let your butt bounce.
Straighten your back.
Yes.
I can't. I don't know. It feels weird. It feels like you're just squeezing your butt.
Well, they're
cheeks
not
together.
for you.
Yeah.
Okay. They're for the
No, I've seen on YouTube.
No, I
there
know
are some
guys
guys
do
that
it.
twerk, and it's like they're
guys
so
can kill
good
it.
that I just automatically go, "You're gay." Like no butt
I-
should move like that.
Stereotyping, Larry. That's not cool, man.
Fine. Oh my god, I hate him. He comes in cranky all the time, and now he takes it out on me. I'm over it. Done.
Everyone's
with it.
not gay,
All right,
Larry.
I'm going
Only
home.
the cool people.
Yeah, we get it.
It's all right. I'll go home then. It's okay.
Are we going
Wow.
home?
I don't know. I mean,
No, we're
sure.
not.
Yeah.
We're not.
No, we're gonna play a couple things, and then we're gonna go. We'll be back with pie.
Well,
and
we
liquor.
talked to Ron Funches. He is one of the characters' voices in Trolls, and I didn't see it when we talked to him, and I recently saw Trolls.
Right.
What troll is he? Or is he a character in it?
He's
Ron
one-
Funches is the one who had that like high pitched voice when he came in here.
Yeah. Okay, Ron Funches. Yeah, he's not.
Google it.
He's not
It'll
the main
show.
two, so he's got to be a friend of one of them. But I mean, his voice did sound like a troll.
Right. He did have a very funny voice.
Oh, look, that's him. That doesn't even look like the dude that came in here. Wow, night and day with the weight loss. You know, the guy that came
Yeah.
in here was so tiny. Look at that video.
Yeah. He said he had just lost a bunch of weight.
And you know how he said he did it? He said that he went to his doctor, and after he started losing the weight, and that he was like, the doctor goes, you know, in the 30 years I've been a doctor, and the countless patients I've told how to lose weight, do you know that you're the only one
That took the
that
advice.
did it?
Right.
And the advice is eat less and exercise.
Right. It's not a big secret. It's not something
But
you
we're
have to.
so like,
Right.
I mean,
no, I have to pay $100 for a program.
right, I must have someone tell me how to do it. It sucks.
you know-
That's my life, so don't think I'm judging anybody.
My friend Cliff, you know Cliff.
Yes, we like Cliff.
He lost 40 pounds. And he did.
Dr. Evil lost 40 pounds.
So now he looks like the first Dr. Evil. But the problem is, it's all on the Atkins. So every time I'm on the phone with him, he's like, pulls up to a fast food restaurant. He's like, I'll have 2 cheeseburgers, no bun, and then like give me a bacon thing or whatever. And he's just eating meat. It sounds disgusting.
You almost did an Atkins for
Yeah,
a
I
minute.
tried it. We
You were
tried
doing
it.
like bacon. I remember
Yeah, it
you
was
put
like, and it was just too much. It was
Oh.
disgusting.
too much meat.
It was, yeah. But
Well,
I mean,
that's how,
You'd eat the meat if there's bun on it.
no. Not now. I'm just saying for
Oh,
me
okay.
now. I'm just like, ugh.
Oh,
Kim
okay.
Kardashian, that's how she says she does the Atkins when
Right,
she
right.
loses weight.
All you
Is
eat
that
is
Ron
meat.
Funches
No
on-
Yeah.
carbs, no sugar.
What character is that? It's like the
Cooper?
giraffe-looking one, Cooper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Giraffe-looking weird pet troll.
Yeah, so that's who Ron Funches is doing the voices. And then I found out he's a huge wrestling fan too, because he's doing some cruise with like Chris Jericho, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was like, this guy really gets around. I guess I never really realized how big some of these comedians are until after they come in. I was like,
know.
oh,
We
that's
had
cool.
him,
That's
right.
pretty sweet.
Right, and then they tell you something about, oh, I was in this movie, and you're like, oh, dang, I didn't know you were in that movie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like yesterday, Clinton Jackson opened up for Chris Rock and
Right.
Diana Ross.
Right.
I mean, that's big.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
You didn't? I said it.
He said it when he was
didn't
here.
say it on
Yeah,
the
no,
form
it
though.
did.
Yeah, it was
And
on the
I
phone.
said it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You were busy yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait.
Yeah. All right. You know what? You come over here and run the board.
No,
See,
no.
now, like, I
we
can't
don't.
even give him a little grief, and
we
he's
don't.
all upset.
But what he
Wow.
Said the
What
eye
we can
roller.
Hey, Christmas spirit, remember?
No, that's why Anthony Smith, he's our web guy. He dropped off gifts, and he's
was
all
so nice.
And he dropped off ornaments, and he goes, "This one suits you." And I open it, and it was a
It's a
good one,
turd?
but it's the Grinch.
It's the Grinch.
No, I was thinking it was going to be the poo emoji, and I was all like, "Oh, okay," but it was the Grinch. I was like, oh, "Okay, I guess that." And then I was
like
thinking.
having it on your tree.
Well, I was thinking, at the end, I was like, I guess his heart does get bigger at the end. But, you know, for that other 38 minutes, he's pretty pissed off.
We love the
So
Grinch.
you're justifying your attitude. is
That's
what you're
basically what I was
saying.
trying to do. I was trying to be like, I guess that's too soon. Because I was about
I'll
to get
pull it
mad.
together.
I was like, what would the Grinch do? Would he get mad at you? Yes, I will. You know, like,
Yes.
I will be back to ruin your Christmas for you and your baby.
yeah. All 3 of them.
Yeah, but very
4.
cute.
No,
Five.
yeah, ours were unicorns, and didn't they make them?
Yes,
Yeah, they made
his
him his
wife
wife.
has it. It's a
Mhm.
company.
Oh, they're very
Jessica
cool.
Smith. It's very cool.
How do
we
people
got
find
to
them?
advertise her.
I
I have the info
Yeah,
upstairs.
if Kathie has the info, we can throw
cool.
it up on Facebook for sure. So, all right, well, let's go into a song and play Ron Funches, and then we'll be back after that. But again, we only talked because someone called us. So if
Right.
you want us to keep going, you have to call us 303-728-3420.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Now with more us.
They're just really funny.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
Larry and Kathie J's Blazin' Hit Radio. We are live in the Green Solutions studio. We always have guests come in. Tonight we got this morning we got a special guest who's performing tonight and this weekend, Ron Funches. And Larry, you may love him because he's been on Bob's Burger. He has quite the resume, but he actually does a voice. On your favorite cartoon. Larry loves that cartoon, Ron.
Oh, it's a great cartoon. I love it too. I saw that they're doing a movie, and I was like, you guys should base it around my bit part.
Did they go for that?
They talked about it. We're in discussions.
How did you get that part? I mean, was that through an agent, or do you have to go for auditions, or do you just know the right people?
Bob's Burgers in particular, a lot of their writers and Lauren, the creator, are big fans of comedy and stand-up, and so they typically try to go for unique voices and fun voices, and they'll reach out to you. And so,
right.
Yeah, you'd be perfect for like any kind of like animated series or something.
Yeah, well, I'm in a few.
Yeah.
I'm in the Trolls movie with Justin Timberlake, and then I'm going to be in the Trolls cartoon that's coming out, and then I'm going to be in Trolls 2. So mostly Trolls related, but also I'm in this cartoon called Home for on Netflix, where I play a sassy space alien princess.
I was going to say that's the alien,
awesome.
right?
Yeah,
okay.
Charizard.
Yeah.
It's great.
BoJack too, though. BoJack Horseman.
the
Yeah.
BoJack, I do. Yeah, Adventure Time. I do a lot of things.
And you know what?
No, go ahead. No, I was going to say, does that like, is that a good payday enough where it's like, you're kind of like, oh, I have a giant house by the ocean? Or is it kind of not like that?
It's kind of like, it's just easy money. It's like coming in for 20 minutes and then in your PJs, and then it's just consistent work in between. You know, a lot of this other stuff is very inconsistent. And so, like with cartoons, they're usually like 36 episodes, something, you know, a lot of episodes. So you're just weekly getting like these small checks that add up, and then you get residuals. So
that's awesome.
And some people, they would have to like change their voice to be a troll.
No, yeah.
They want you to be you.
Just be you.
I don't have, that's what, I don't have any other voices. It's just me sleepy or me energetic. Yeah.
No, but that's cool. I mean, that's what a dream gig.
Yeah,
You know?
I love it. I mean, it's a dream for me just because it's taken something like my voice and the way I speak was something that as a child people always made fun of me for.
Right,
and
now
so,
it's your strength.
And now it's a strength. Now it's something that I get checks for. So
Yeah.
it's awesome. So, I mean, that's one of the things that people, if you're a kid that's listening to this, first of all, you're weird. Secondly, if you're so weird, just keep embracing it. Because when you get older, it's going to be the thing that gets you money. I promise you.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I was always told, you talk too much. You're talking too much. And my daughter talks too much, and I'm like, let her talk. Because we all are going to have a gift.
Right. Kathie got a job where she got to talk all day.
Yeah.
She gets to talk all morning and then talk on TV.
Yeah.
It worked out.
How do you like me helping your bills, Mom? Am I talking bothering you now?
You can see Ron Funches tonight at Comedy Works, Denver Landmark. He's going to be there tonight and tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the 9:45 show. So you can get those tickets.
No. He's Larimer Square.
Oh, Larimer Square.
Yeah,
Larimer
he's
Square.
not DTC.
Okay. He's not DTC.
No,
okay, right there in Larimer.
Yeah.
There we go.
We gave the information
to the wrong person. Yeah, please. Thank you. Yeah.
No.
So Larimer Square, comedyworks.com for tickets.
Have you been here in Denver yet? Because we love our comedians.
I've been here. I've come to Denver probably like the last 5 or 6 years. I'm doing festivals, doing small things. I love, and just coming to Comedy Works. I taped my first album, The Funches of Us, here. It's just one of the best clubs, if not the best club in the country.
I agree. My bad. I didn't know that was filmed here.
It's okay. Well,
I love that.
Yeah.
So in your Trolls voice, should we get stoned later? I mean,
does it get higher?
I want to watch the movie Trolls with you and smoke. Let's just do that.
That's fine. We can't this month because I'm not smoking this month. I'm taking October off, which made it a horrible decision to come here.
Why did you take it off?
Mostly because I get a lot of... basically because recently I've gotten a deal with like an actual grower, and they were like,
nice.
And giving me half off, so then I was just still smoking as much, if not more. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should take a little break so I can prove to myself that this is a choice and not a...
Dude,
right, you're not an addiction.
That's such a great thing. Fist bump on that, because like every once in a while you kind of have to prove to yourself, like, I'm not going to drink for 30 days to prove I'm not an alcoholic, or I'm going to like stop eating crappy just to prove I can do it. And you got to do this once in a while. Because if not, then you're
Yeah,
just that guy wandering down the street.
And then you're like, oh, I quit forever. And I was like, I don't want to quit forever.
I just want proof to myself.
Yeah.
Proof to Ron.
Yeah, my mom called me yesterday and she was like, oh, I heard you quit smoking pot. And I was like, do not get your hopes up.
Exactly, taking a break. That's really a difference. No, and the thing is, it's like you see those people, the celebrities or people that you know that have to go to rehab, and they're like, you can never even have a Tylenol PM now. And because they have to be so committed to that thing, and you never want to be that, because there goes your toast at your wedding, and they're like, I respect people that were alcoholics that clean their life up. That's cool.
Yes,
but you never want to get to that point where you have to be that person and give up everything.
Drop. If I have a drop, then I'm gonna.
Yeah, you don't want to
be on Colfax.
Exactly.
Hey, so you were also in Get Hard.
I was in Get Hard.
I love that movie. I went out there for the junket. Which part were you in Get Hard?
I was JoJo, who is a gang member that loves to murder. I was T.I. I love to murder people. I was very frightening, and people think I'm threatening in any way anyway.
Did you get to meet Tiny?
Yeah, no. We talked about Tiny a little bit. They were still together at the time. T.I. was crazy and fun and a cool guy, and when they brought out the prop guns, he talked a lot about real guns. And then,
yeah, he knows them.
He does. He does know a lot about them.
He does.
And then he was the only guy ever. If you ever get the chance in your life to watch a gangster rapper eat ice cream, take it.
Why?
Because
do they chow down?
Yeah, they chow down and they keep the scowl. Like, I've never seen someone eat mint chocolate chip ice cream and not crack a smile. But
right, you should be happy.
Yeah, but no, he was mad at that bowl of ice cream. He was mad. He had beef with that bowl.
I want to watch Tip eat a frozen banana.
Oh my God! All right, so it's worth getting the tickets. Check them out. Comedy Works. ComedyWorks.com.
I can't believe you get to meet Tiny, because we got to meet Tiny. Nobody knows what she said. The good thing they got that on the subtitles on the show.
Yeah, Tiny's from Atlanta.
Right.
Straight Atlanta.
And if you watch the show, my hair changes colors every 3 seconds.
You got mood hair.
Yeah.
Right, she totally does. So again, tonight and tomorrow night, Comedy Works downtown Larimer Square. Go and check out Ron Funches. He's got 2 shows each night, and you can get the tickets at ComedyWorks.com.
You are welcome here anytime you want to come by, man.
I'd love to. It smells wonderful here. It's beautiful. You got candy everywhere.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes. Help yourself to whatever you want.
Okay.
All right.
And that's including Kathie.
Larry and Kathie J's Blazin' Hit Radio.
Live from a mile high. And now worldwide.
We're keeping it going right now. Comedy Works, always bringing the comedians with us. We talked to Ron Funches earlier. Now we got Gabe Dinger. He's opening up for Ron tonight.
Okay.
Larry was already.
I was turned on by your name. No. Dinger can be like isn't a dinger something that floats in the water?
No, that's a dinghy.
Oh, a dinghy.
Yeah, that's a dinghy. But a dinger is our mascot.
A dinger is the masculine
for the Colorado,
version of
Colorado Rockies.
The Rockies have a big purple dinger, so we were thinking you should definitely go take a selfie with Dinger, and it'd be like 2 dingers together.
Well, see, and I knew about him because, like, Dinger's a very uncommon last name. Like,
right, yeah, like who would torture their children and give them the last name Dinger?
Like, when you come to Ellis Island and you tell him your name is Dinger and the guy goes...
Okay, good luck on
like, maybe just go with Smith or something.
At least give you the middle name of Big.
Yeah.
Right.
Big Dinger.
Or, yeah.
Right.
That's impressive.
It's compensated.
Yeah.
You're all, it's really pronounced Donger.
Well, and that's the thing. A lot of people, when they read it, they don't want it. They're like, it can't be.
It can't be,
So they're always like, Dinger.
Right.
Like, they want it to be. And it's like,
for your sake, it's Dinger, right?
Yeah, it's
Right,
like, no,
right.
it's like Singer, but with a D.
You're
Dinger.
owning it.
But,
Was it
so if you Google Dinger, there are 2 other Dingers that are more famous to me. It's Colorado's your guys' mascot.
Our purple Dinger.
Right. And then the synthesizer player for Kraftwerk.
What?
His name was Klaus Dinger. So those are the two dingers that are
That
more
come up
famous
before
than me.
you.
And Klaus
Wow.
is just barely, but
nice.
You got
but the
etched
Rockies,
out by a
he's
synthesizer player.
and a mascot by a not real thing.
This has got to be great for your self-esteem.
Yeah, it's,
Hey, he has his work cut out for him.
yeah.
He's going to get up there. You showed your butt in a movie, so there's
In a
start.
music video.
Oh, in a music video.
Music
Can you
video.
bring that music video up, Wig?
Miss
Oh my
Frida's?
God, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, are you cute butt or melted candle butt?
I mean, I think I have a very skinny butt, but then camera kind of bulks you up a little bit.
No,
so
It
it's,
gives you 10
right.
pounds.
the 10 pounds. I was kind of like, okay.
Are you kidding me?
I
You're
actually
trying to
feel
convince me that your butt looked poofier because the camera.
Because of the
adds
camera,
10
I do. I was worried about it. There were two things I was worried about. It. So
You're lying.
when I got the gig, they were like, "Are you willing to show your butt on camera?" And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, I don't, it's funny. It's I don't
I'll do it for the laugh.
Yeah, but then I was just like, okay, one, I got to shave my butt now because you don't want that little
Right. You don't
Right.
need the treasure trailer.
Yeah.
You just want the wax. Did you get it waxed or did you shave?
No, I just shaved. I'm not rich.
Okay.
What am I gonna pay someone? Come on.
Oh, well, I mean,
I joke.
sometimes you have a good buddy that can be like, I got you, bud.
Or an
No, I-
unlucky girlfriend.
Yeah, I
That's
took
who
what
I
I
was.
used to trim in between my eyebrows with, and
Right.
that became my butt trimmer.
What was the name of the song?
Make it jingle.
Make it jingle.
It's really redundant. It's gonna be
The song's redundant.
Fast forward to the elevator.
Yeah, so Kathie, I remember her telling me about her man, and she was like, yeah, he wanted me to trim down there, and this is when you were staying in a house that your bathroom was decorated underwater. Remember, you had
Right.
under the
I
sea
did have it,
bathroom,
right.
and so I can't get the vision out of my head of your husband with one leg up on the tub, and you down in there going.
Man, I needed to do a safety rope around my waist and tie it, anchor it to something. I was
Yes.
in the jungle.
Oh yeah,
my
zip lining through your husband's butt
Right,
cheeks.
and the machete was not working. Had to find something else.
my girlfriend and I are in a long distance relationship, but she's an esthetician, so she waxes
Oh, wow.
for a living.
Right.
So
That's
if I lived
perfect.
at home and look, she takes the work home, so she's.
Good. I was hoping you'd say
I've
that.
a couple of times, and look, it's not fun. The weirdest thing about getting a Brazilian that I never expected
Well,
was the position that you have to get into to get.
Pretty much, I would imagine it's
had never-
stirrups. Is
like
it
you're giving
stirrups?
birth?
no, you get on your side in the fetal position and you present.
That is so
you
weird.
do not.
You do.
You do not.
You do.
Oh my god.
And when you're in your
gut
living
butt.
room, it's just
Oh my god.
it was.
In your living room with
Oh
your
my God.
dog staring at you.
Exactly.
Yeah, just staring. They don't come over.
No, they're just staring.
They know what's happening isn't natural.
Did that hurt?
Is this you?
That had to hurt.
Oh, wait, there he is.
yeah,
there he
there-
is going with his
Oh,
butt.
nice.
Oh, that's a good butt.
It
That's
added-
a good butt.
A
You
little
gotta-
bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd hit that.
You do look very smooth.
No. Yeah. It's cute. It's adorable.
Back and to the left.
I'm sorry, that's any white guy's butt.
I know, but it's nice. It's smooth. It's round.
I get that a lot.
That could be Wiggins' butt. For all I know.
Wiggins,
I could be your butt double if
right.
you need it, bro.
Wiggins, stand next to the
Are you
TV
kidding? That's
and
my
show us
money
your butt.
Yeah.
You try to make it in the butt business, I'll have you destroyed.
He's got it marked. He's got dominated.
I'll have someone cut you.
He's your stunt ass, so when the ass takes a grenade, it's his ass.
That's what you want.
Oh man, so it's gonna be fun. So you're just opening for Ron tonight, 7:45. Get it right this time. It's at the Comedy Works.
You did get it wrong.
Larimer.
7:30.
It's at Larimer. 7:30 and 9:45.
He's not in charge.
You know what? We're all
7:30 and
distracted
9:45.
by your beautiful ass on the screen.
Just never seen the sun ever.
Yeah.
ComedyWorks.com. He's going to be downtown. I love going downtown and hanging out in Larimer
So do I.
Square. It's
The
like
best.
a date
Yeah.
night. Yes. So
Yeah.
get your tickets and go and laugh with Gabe and Ron tonight and tomorrow night in Denver.
Are you wearing that outfit? Is the one that you got in the music video?
Assless chap.
That's what I wear when I go through TSA.
Yeah.
It's like,
Nothing
search
here.
me if you want. If you want to
The
search
show
this guy,
here.
you can.
They call it
Thanks, Gabe.
TNA.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you. And thank you, Ron Funches, for coming in again. Yay.
Can we take a selfie with your real ass?
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathy.
303-728-3420. Hello, who's this?
This is Aaron.
Aaron, what's up, man?
Not much. I was seeing if Santa Claus is still around by chance.
Yes, he
I got 2
is.
girls.
He happens to be here. He stopped by here a few minutes ago to use our bathroom, and we were like, of course, Santa, you can use our bathroom.
Right, hang out.
Right.
Awesome, yeah.
Hey, Santa.
Yes, Kathie J.
Hey, there's some kids that want to talk to you.
Oh, of course.
Come on down.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Hello. Who's on the phone?
Can you say your name's Renesmee?
My name's Renesmee.
Hi, Nemesme. How are you?
Good.
Are you, do you have any brothers or sisters?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got a sister.
I don't have a sister.
She's like, no, I don't have a sister.
Younger or older?
You're the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest. Okay, so there's just the two of you?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your sister's name?
Amelia.
Amelia and Renesmee.
Renesmee. And what do you want for Christmas, Renesmee?
She's thinking on it.
Okay, take your time. No rush. This is the bonus round.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. She's 4 years old, and her sister's 2 years old.
Okay.
That's just like Avery and Gianna.
Yeah, just like my daughters.
Exactly like them.
Okay, so tell Santa what you want for Christmas.
Tell him.
I want a pony.
You want a pony? Okay, done, and done.
Well, Dad's got to pony up the dough.
It will be a pony in some form. It might not be a real pony, but it'll be a real pretty pony.
Okay.
And for your sister, has your sister been naughty or nice?
She's being nice.
Oh, nice. Good.
And how have you been, naughty or nice?
We're nice too.
Nice too. Okay, we're 2 for 2. Here's the thing. When we talked to Kathie's daughter yesterday, she threw her little sister under the bus.
Yeah, said she'd been bad.
Yes, and Santa doesn't like a snitch.
No, but this is about these kids now,
Yes.
Santa.
Well, I'll be visiting you on Christmas Eve, and it would be really nice if you could leave out a cookie.
Can you leave a cookie for Grandpa? I mean, for Santa?
Well, I am a grandpa, too.
You are. You're a grandpa to all the children of the world.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Merry Christmas.
I leave carrots for reindeers.
Oh, you leave carrots for the reindeers.
Good girl.
And can you leave one of those fiber bars for Mrs. Claus?
Come on, Santa.
She loves the Fiber One lemon squares. Ho, ho, ho. Well, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Bye, Santa.
Whoa, that was cool. You got to talk to Santa.
Very cute.
Yeah. Oh, I hung up.
Oh, it's okay. That was
Wow,
adorable.
you just hung up like that? You didn't even
I thought
close
Santa
it with
was
a
go
happy
home.
holiday?
She doesn't get a
Merry
goodbye.
Christmas? Wow, that's mean.
He didn't want to put a bow on
Well,
it.
we're really sorry about that, and we thank you for holding.
Blazin' hit. Hello.
Hello,
Hello, who's this?
Crystal, Big John's wife.
Hey, Crystal. Kathie apologizes for stealing all your little Debbies.
You nutty butters.
You know what's funny is I opened a huge box today.
Girl, I'm coming to your house. I know where you live.
You know what? I think it's time for Little Debbie to not be little anymore. I think Little Debbie should be Chubby Debbie, and I think they should put a Chubby Debbie on the box. And because Little Debbie can't stay little forever. Right. Chubby Debbie. Hey, did you get the new Chubby Debbies? Oh, they're
Oh my
so
God,
good.
so good.
Chubby Debbie.
Chubby Debbie.
Chubby Debbie.
So what are you doing today?
Yep. I have to work for a few hours. I'm driving into work now.
How are the roads?
Getting on the highway now, and it's fine. But the side streets, I went a little fast. They're still very icy and slippery.
Yeah, you're not driving the beast like your husband.
Right, he's got a work vehicle.
Yeah, I don't have a beast.
So yeah, we had to come into work too.
Yeah. We're bitter just.
You guys could ask than me though.
Yeah, we're just as bitter as you. Right, and anybody else who's going in. But you know what? Because of this, I think we may have sold a bunch of packages of those Little Debbies because everybody was like, I remember those.
You know what? When I go get Christmas dinner,
Right.
I'm going to get
I'm
some
gonna
Little
get a box
Debbies.
of those. Now they're going to be like, there was a spike. And then you won't be able to find them, and nobody will know it was because of you and
Because of
Kathie
us.
stealing them, right?
Right. Well, I mean, my husband outing you reminded me that I just bought a huge box when I went to the store yesterday.
Funny. So
I had to take it to work.
Nutty butter.
So here's my question. After Becca and I left, all happy, so did you guys talk smack about the fact that I stole your Nutty Butters?
Oh, absolutely not. We were so happy.
Oh, I thought she was going to say absolutely.
Yeah, she's like, hey, everybody, I bought special treats. I got one for every single person here. And she opened the box. Oh, my God.
Kathie ate them all.
Right.
Yeah, Kathie
ate them all. And
everyone
so they,
thinks she's so nice, but
right.
she came into my house, drank my booze, smoked my weed, took my little
right.
Debbie's.
It's all anybody could talk about the rest of the night. It was like, can you believe it? Just took them. Took them.
I'm going to text my sister.
My drunk self was probably a little pissed when I was like, "Oh, there's Nutty Butters," and then I went to the box and it was empty. I might have said something smart then, but
see,
I definitely don't remember.
See, I knew it.
Did it rhyme with dad, bitch?
Yes,
you know what? Kathie says they're so affordable. I'm thinking of buying everybody a couple boxes for Christmas.
No, seriously, that's why I bought the huge pack because it was only $3.
Right?
Sometimes they I'll look at the little Debbies, the Chubby Debbies, and I've never seen all of them. Like there's always new ones or Christmas versions.
No, totally. They got Christmas versions and stuff, but you can never go wrong with the classics of the Swiss rolls and the Nutty Butters.
You know what those really are is. Oh, at King Soopers, I bought these pedophores.
Oh no,
which
you
are really
bought
nice.
pedophiles?
Pedophores. A pedophile.
There were 4 in a box.
A pedophile is something you use to do your toenails. You use a pedophile.
Yeah.
So anyway, these little Debbies are kind of just really like pedophiles. I mean pedophores. They're like pedophores.
Well, I'm not having them.
Do you know what a pedophore is, Wiggins? No.
What? No.
Do you know what a pedophore is?
No.
It's like. Let's say you took the smallest little square of cake and then you dipped it in chocolate.
Right.
So it looks like a chocolate on the outside, but you bite into it and it's a couple layers of cake and frosting.
It's
pretty
perfect
amazing.
little cake.
But that's what little Debbies are, kind of.
No.
Yeah, the little long ones.
Yeah, you're right.
They're kind of a poor man's or an affordable pedophore.
You're right.
Okay, just saying.
Well, you're right. You're right.
It's like, with your bad knee, you shouldn't be throwing anybody. It's true. Okay, we're going to play some Christmas songs.
No, we're not.
Oh, darn
Jesus. Thanks for calling.
Gosh.
Love you, Crystal.
The reason we're not allowed to play Christmas songs is this show's going to repeat. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I just said have a good day.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah, just it's gonna
the
be a
show's
replay.
gonna repeat.
People are gonna be all Christmased out by that point.
Yeah, but don't people still in the Christmas spirit until New Year's is over?
I do.
I am.
Yeah. Because I didn't get to really celebrate up until this time.
Exactly.
Next week is my week off, so I'm going to be at Christmas. Next week I can watch some Hallmark movies, maybe go to a movie and finally watch Star Wars.
I'll watch the girls so you can go do something.
You haven't seen Star Wars either?
No, and I'm a
I'll go with you.
Star Wars
I'll go
nerd.
with you.
Yes.
It'll be my third time seeing it.
I've only seen it once. I've only seen it once.
With Chris? See,
Yep.
what do you do that?
Because you tried to throw me at an angle that wasn't true.
But
so now
I
you're
could
just making stuff up.
It's a joke.
I know, but fine.
It's
that's
a
fine.
joke, and that was the look. That was the look.
Fine, and you give looks all morning long
Don't
when I walk
get
in here.
mad. I'm
But
not
when I
even
walk in
mad.
here
I'm
in the
just
mornings,
saying that's
you
what
give
it
me
was.
looks all
Spirit.
morning
That's fine.
long. So, but you can't point out
Spirit.
look if you give looks all morning long. You give me a crusty the moment you walk in the door to the moment you leave.
I wasn't even mad. I just said that was the look. You get on.
I just wanted to play Christmas music. We were doing a Friday show. I was all excited, and he's all, I want to play Christmas song. No.
Candy cane that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
When you fight with
steal
your
all Larry's
family.
presents. Breaking into Who Village at Larry Ulibarri's house. Take all of your gifts.
Oh my God. Okay.
303-728-3420. Text or call us. We got a shout out here too that I wanted to play.
Oh, good.
Here we go.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say I'm so glad you're back. I have a kind of funny story to tell you. I just wanted to thank you, first of all, for teaching me what special kisses were, or for starting that little snowball effect. When I was about 8 or 9, you guys were talking about special kisses on the air, and so I would go home or like to family events, and I'd be like, oh, I'm giving you special kisses. These aren't regular kisses, they're special kisses. And I think people thought it was cute, but my parents had to kind of sit me down. My mom is like really Asian, fresh off the boat. My dad's white, and he, of course, found it really awkward. But my mom finally had to break the news to me that special kisses were when you put your mouth on a place you're not supposed to put your mouth. So I just wanted to thank you guys for the enlightenment, and I love you. So glad you're back, and have a good day.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, that is so
I feel like I was
embarrassing on
just
several
listening
levels.
to stand-up.
Right,
that
exactly.
was fantastic.
Oh my God, that was so
a good
funny.
Christmas present to us. Thank
so
you.
that's where you'll put your mouth.
First of all, it's a travesty that she's listened to us that long. She's
Yeah.
like, you guys taught me something filthy.
Yeah, she sounded 35.
Exactly. She's got a dog, a BMW, a career.
We are not that old.
Whatever. So then the fact that we forced your parents to have the talk way too early. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, you help someone develop along with their sexuality.
I loved her mom.
That's not good.
My favorite part of the call was her mocking her mom.
And we couldn't have gotten away with that.
We couldn't
Only
have.
she could have.
Oh my God, it was awesome.
Yeah, you should do stand up. Kathy's right.
Right, you call anytime and tell us what your mom's been saying.
Oh my God, please never stop leaving shout outs for us, her and everybody else.
Yeah, for real.
That's one of the best features of our app.
Oh my God.
Oh man, Open Phone Friday. We're only talking if you call us or give us a shout out like that. 303-728-3420. We got another interview. Let's see.
Play the interview of the cute comedian. What was his name?
No.
The little
Nick
guy.
Guerrero. That was
Nick Guerra. Yep, Nick Guerra.
But we do have another birthday shout out.
Okay.
This is Austin. Wait.
Hey, it's Austin.
No. It's Nicole from Austin. Howdy from
Nicole.
Austin. Can I get a birthday shout out as well? My birthday's on Christmas Eve. So I never get too much love on the actual day.
Yeah, because people aren't going to say actually happy birthday. They're just going to say Merry Christmas to everyone. And
right.
be like,
You're going to forget her birthday.
Usually families kind of go out of their way to try to be like, hey, we did this separate for your birthday. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Kids that I know that have December birthdays, especially close to Christmas,
I would imagine
they
the
get
parents,
screwed.
they don't get two presents?
They get screwed.
What?
Right. So what? So happy birthday for the morning show to you.
We almost forgot.
Happy birthday, Nicole. We love you.
We almost did what everyone else does on her birthday.
Start talking about Christmas.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
Blazin' Hit Radio live in the Green Solutions studio, and as always, we have comedians come in, but it's so much fun to take a break and have fun and relax.
Yeah.
Especially now that we get to talk longer and just chill out. So welcome, Nick Guerra. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out with us, man.
Yeah, I got intimidated. None of you are wearing headphones. So I had them on, and I was like, oh, no, you have them
we
on?
have earbuds.
All right.
You're
Then I'll
fine.
put these on.
Yeah.
All right.
No, put them on.
I was embarrassed. I was like, oh, no, I'm the only one that wants to hear this.
Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, he's going to be performing at Comedy Works downtown, and he's hanging out with us right now, man.
Yeah, we went with the earbuds because she has to do TV and headphones.
Oh, the
flatten
hair.
your
Oh, yes.
Right,
And
exactly.
I don't have a TV show. I just don't want flat hair.
Yeah, you're just
A lot of
cool.
social media, I guess.
But we're honored to have you. I mean, you've been on some pretty high-profile places.
Well, I'm honored to be here. You guys have met more high-profile people.
No. Actually, some of the peeps that you totally hang out with on a reg, we love. Like Michael Yo, love Michael. Christella, she's come to the TV show a couple times and sat on the
she's
couch
great.
with us. She's
funny.
hella cool, right?
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, so you hang out with cool peeps. So we're happy to have you.
Yeah, they're good people.
Great. And you've been on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that one time.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, that's
one
still
time
that
turns
one
into
time.
two.
Yeah, thank you,
Right.
Robert De Niro. It was because of him saying yes to an interview that they let me do stand-up because they're
wow.
we have huge enough of an A-lister. We can take a chance on a nobody.
Are you kidding?
Wow, that's
No.
cool.
Well, whatever it takes.
Yeah, it's
Hell
like
yeah.
awesome. I mean, I didn't know that's how they I mean,
I don't
obviously
either.
that's
They
how
kinda
they figure it
balance.
out.
Your nothingness balances out his A-lister.
Exactly.
Right.
Like people
I'll
will
take
stay
it.
in long enough,
Right.
just in
That's
case
cool.
Robert decides I'm going to walk back out.
So did you get to meet him?
He passed by the
Oh.
ground. I didn't want to bother him.
No,
Right.
He
for
rolls
sure.
solo.
Wow, isn't
What?
that crazy?
Yeah, he just
No
walks
manager?
in.
No.
No. He just walks in, goes straight to the makeup chair, and he's just all by himself.
That
Damn.
freaks me out when they do that. Like Ice Cube comes here and he doesn't have like anybody. It's just like, and he stands by the side of the stage and just hangs out.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have a bodyguard, a publicist.
Because he looks
nothing.
angry.
Yeah, man, exactly.
He's unapproachable.
No,
Exactly.
for real. You
he
can't
has
tell.
resting cube face.
Yes, he does.
He totally does.
Well, until he does one of those comedies where he's the dad.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think he'll do those anymore. I think he like Daddy's Back or whatever the hell that was.
I don't know, but he's mainstream enough to do a funny movie. That one after the fight where he was going to fight the guy after school.
That was hilarious.
Fist fight or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
That was funny.
Yeah.
And he was still tough.
It's so crazy how people have just adopted Ice Cube as this cuddly guy now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there he is. There's Ice Cube.
When you listen to any of his lyrics, you're like, he's going to kill all of us.
Yeah, and he's still putting out songs like that
Totally.
too.
Right.
Just to let them know, hey,
I'm still Cube.
Yeah.
If you see the scowl, he's representing music. If he's smiling, it's a movie.
Right.
Yeah, he was my first celebrity interview, and it was like for one of his movies for 21 Jump Street. And when he came in, I wanted to crap my pants. I was so scared because he just looks the angriest guy ever. And I'm all, hi.
He's really little, and when
he's not that little.
No.
He's short.
I mean, he's very
short.
tiny.
Right.
He's really itty bitty.
Right. He's
not.
super
He's
tiny.
like
His afro gives him a couple inches.
Yeah.
No,
But
He's like 3 feet tall.
He's a regular size guy.
He is not an LP, okay?
Listen, when he's a regular size guy, he's not tall or anything. So when he did Triple X, and I saw him fighting all these guys, I was like, those are some short stunt doubles. Or stunt actors, because he was fighting guys his size.
So many people in Hollywood are short. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you get in front of him and he's not that big.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very big. I saw him at the meet and greet.
Good. Oh,
And he
whoa.
walked in, and I was like, oh my God, here he comes.
Oh, man.
And he's like, I'm a regular skinny guy in a 42 jacket. What?
Right.
That's so good.
You're right. No, he's got a lot of it.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Everybody can. You just got to hear somebody else do it. That's how I get some of my
You just
voices.
got to hear other people do it.
There you go.
My first celebrity
There
interview
you
was
go.
Ice Cube. When he
Yes.
came in, it was for 21 Jump Street. I was like, oh my God, I shit my pants.
You're like, go.
I did my best.
now.
I did my best.
You did it. Hey, wait, you got to hear. Wiggins has one voice that he's got in his repertoire.
God.
But I'm sick, so doing Christopher Walken is not too good because my voice is really messed up.
It's like if Christopher Walken worked at Little Caesars. You're hot and ready.
Yeah, hot and ready. Pizza.
People are like, it's a cross between Dracula and John Travolta.
Right.
All I've got is I was the bird in Aladdin. That's all I
good.
got.
That's
it.
good.
That's the only
That's
one.
good. That's still
But he
good.
has no catchphrase.
Right. I don't have anything. All I have is Frank. It's my guy. It's an alter ego. Frank and I drink beer together and hang out.
It's
Oh
from
my
man's
God,
side.
that's every dude.
Right.
Right.
I could totally be every dude, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
good.
inside of me is the average beer drinking dude.
Yeah, that is
Right.
a good dude. That's good dude talk. So what do you think about sports stats? Sports
Dude,
stats?
I love sports. Like my fantasy, I've taken some hits, but it's cool because it's what I get for trusting John, Chickenhead
Oh,
John.
Dad,
Man,
why'd you listen to John?
Man, I told him it was
I
like
told you.
$130 down the drain.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I got.
There's a lot of balls in here.
Well, then I can also do Morgan Freeman. And then
Whoa.
when you do Morgan Freeman, you have to say things that make you sound special. And you got to say things about black people and white people and how mean white people were to black people in 1958.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Right.
But
And
you
then-
should also talk about an island somewhere at one point.
Right.
Yeah, right. Island of Lemurs.
Yes. Yes.
What was that from?
Oh, he narrated that one
Oh,
time.
okay. Oh, that's right.
Right.
He is the best voice.
Larry also taught me how to do Irish, right? You've got to go up and then you go down.
When you're doing an
yeah.
Irish accent, you just talk up and then you go down.
Yeah, you just got to watch Black Mirror a whole bunch. I was trying to perfect it with Black Mirror. Like, what do you think about? I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
That won't be my shtick. I'm not going to do it.
I can't do it.
But speaking of things that you're trying to do, you're really trying to get these memes down on your Instagram. It's killing me.
Oh, have you?
Oh my God. Like you follow you on Instagram and it's like every day you're trying to post something and you'll try to like do the meme and you're like, is this how we do it?
Is
Am I
this
doing
how
it right?
it's done? Oh man,
He's
I
like,
love.
your face when your girl wakes up in the morning. Like it's
And
funny.
it's just my face.
I see where you're I see where you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're trying. You're really
Yeah,
doing good,
well,
Nick.
I like to be that weird subversive humor on the internet. I like to troll the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
No. So there's people that don't get like, what are you? That's not a good meme, and it just tickles me silly. I'm like, you don't get it. I did it on purpose. It's like on the internet, I'm Andy Kaufman. On
Right,
stage,
okay.
I'm not.
Right. Do you like social media? Are you all
only
over
for
it?
that reason.
Okay.
Because I'm in that generation. I'm a Xennial. Is that what they call it? Right.
Yeah.
That we we were the ones that figured out the rules of the internet and got in and were in the chat rooms.
Right.
We're the ones that knew, like, when a news story got posted, it's like, what's the website? That's not a real website.
Right. Okay.
So we were the, like, Facebook used to be, used to have a college ID in order to get into it.
Yeah.
So there's that generation of people.
Like the ASL, age, sex, location generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're the ones that completely get what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
And it feels like there's now two generations, the ones that have no clue.
They just think it's all, yay, everything's awesome.
Yeah, and then the ones that are really subversive and crazy,
Yes.
which is the kids, which is like, you see it in music now with Lil Yachty and all them. You don't have a clue what they're doing.
Right.
You're like, I don't get it, but the kids get it.
Right.
It's
Somebody's
some big
getting it.
inside joke to them.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
Like, if there was any way to describe the new generation, it's the Michael Jordan meme.
Which
the crying?
The crying.
Right. Yeah.
Because we all look at Michael Jordan as an icon.
he's the man.
Right, and they
Nobody
see him as
could
a
beat
crying
Michael
meme.
Jordan.
Yeah, and then they're like, look at this meme of this old guy crying over his accomplishments.
So sad. So sad.
Have you ever seen the video where some kid, like Michael Jordan's giving a big pep talk to these middle schoolers, and then one of them stands up, yeah, but those shoes though. Yeah, you know that meme, right?
Yeah.
What are those?
That's all they know, man.
Yeah,
That's all
man.
they
And
know.
Jordan's just like, what? These aren't even in stores.
It's one of those, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking to kids from now.
Yeah. Which is what everyone's given up on.
Well, They really
we all need to stop talking to kids. If you think they talked to kids this much back in the 1910s and
No, not at all.
not at
No,
all.
no,
And
not
those
at
were
all.
our grandparents, and they were tough.
Right. I have 2 kids in my house, and I barely want to talk to them.
You shouldn't.
They're awesome. They're adorable. No, but they say that comedians now, like Seinfeld and stuff, they're used to playing college campuses, and now people don't laugh
Right.
at
Everybody's
their
too
humor.
sensitive.
Everybody's all that was
PC,
mean.
too crossing
That was-
the line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what,
exactly.
and
Do you run into that being in stand-up?
Yeah, especially in colleges, yes.
Right. So they're like a little
think
sensitive.
It's not sensitive. It's just okay. First off, you can't talk to them like they're kids,
Right.
right? Because
they're
in their
opening
heads-
their minds.
Well,
now.
they're the oldest that they'll ever be.
Exactly.
In their heads right now, you know.
we were all in college. I remember that.
Exactly.
Right.
You're
So-
so deep. You think you're so smart. You know everything.
Yeah, and that's the problem. There's that also attitude of like, so kids like, oh, I'm done. You don't even know what it's like
You
to
called
be
me
me.
a kid.
Totally right.
Yeah,
right.
right. Oh,
right.
okay. I'm sorry. I messed up. I forgot I wasn't supposed to mention I'm older than you.
You're right.
You know.
No, you're right.
You hurt my feelings.
I
Yeah.
remember I was such a hardcore feminist in college because when you're getting everything's new, and I was that kid that was like,
Yeah, you needed to dilute that a little bit.
I did. Then you got to bring back center
that's
where
what
you
happens.
find humor again in life.
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah. They're very hardcore in their stuff. And,
Totally.
And the problem is that at comedy clubs you can pick on them. At colleges you can't because you're going to get people in trouble.
Right. Boo.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
some report's going to get back.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
you got to be careful. But even when you try to point out that these kids are not being fun, they just shell up. It's
Right.
like, wait, what are you doing on your phone? Oh, now I'm really going to be on. I'm going to make my
Totally.
phone
Right.
bigger.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
oh man,
I'm gonna hide behind it.
Like I'm going to make it apparent that my phone's here. Like, okay, all right.
So
I'm
Comedy
sorry.
Works will do that where they take away the phones. Do you see people that the other clubs where they can't do that, and then are people just in their phone the whole time,
there's
not
people
paying
that do it all
attention
the
to you?
time,
And you're
man.
just
There's
like,
people that are yelping or looking at
that's so
stuff.
It's
weird.
like you freaking came here.
Yeah,
for a
especially when
show.
you're an unfamous comic.
Not for long.
Not for long.
You have the
Oh,
connections.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm with
I
you,
like
man.
it.
I'm
Hey,
with
you know what? This chair's yours now.
You know what? There's
just
one
come
letter
here.
in success that matters. You.
how did you get into comedy? I mean, you don't get on Jimmy Fallon without having some kind of chops behind you.
No,
I mean,
that was the first time I ever did it.
No, that was it.
That was the first time I ever did stand up.
Are you like the youngest of like 10 kids?
I'm
and
the
you had to
youngest of
find
10
a way
kids,
to fight
and all of
through
us
it?
tried to go to Fallon, and I was
You're the one.
You're the
Yeah, I
one.
was the one.
You.
It was me.
Number
I did it.
17. Number 17.
It's like that Eddie Murphy myth that his grandmother was really into like psychics.
Oh,
and,
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
right.
one was like, one of your kids is
right.
going to be
Famous.
born with a star.
Right.
So they
Charlie
all
Murphy.
took tap dances.
Right,
they all
had
learned how to.
One of us.
Yeah.
Everybody get in something.
It's definitely not him. It's not
No.
Charlie Murphy.
No.
Oh, Charlie Murphy.
So
Yeah.
you're tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday at Comedy Works at downtown. You can get those tickets at comedyworks.com. Nick Guerra, dude, just thank you for coming in, hanging out with us, man. So like,
do you get any groupie tail?
Yeah.
Like, do comedians get groupies?
Well, we don't call them that. We call them
Dates.
we call them very generous ladies. Thank you for fulfilling our nerd fantasies. Because we were all nerds, and thank you for thinking goofy people are funny. Oh man, God bless those women that love goofy guys.
Totally.
Did you
God.
She's staying for me?
What? Feel my voice?
For who could ever love a beast?
That's exactly it.
Do you find that like there's something that made you funny, or did you come from a funny family, or sometimes people go through trauma?
It's the whole. Well, no, it's the debate concept. I think I just come from a sarcastic family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just a jackass. and I've just learned how to perfect it.
Right.
So you were the jackass in college. That when
Yeah.
I'm not on my phone. I'm going to be on my phone.
Yeah,
What did you-
I'm like, so what? Was this distract you? Yes, that's what I
We've come
was.
full circle.
That's why I look at these kids. I'm like, I was just like you at one point.
Which you never want to say because now you're like, great, I'm that person.
But you still look 20.
No,
I mean,
you
like,
do.
you must blend in. You
You
must
get
be able
carded,
to,
right? All
Yes.
the time.
Yes, still.
It's a good
So
problem
it's
to
easy
have.
to meet college girls then.
But do you want to?
One night.
Have you ever talked to a college girl?
Not me. I talk to college guys.
Man. That's the fun. Those are fun ones.
Yes, exactly.
Right, those college dudes.
What's up, brah?
Yeah, they still have the chance of having abs.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh man, your metabolism's still.
You have the
still
metabolism
so high.
of a hamster.
Oh God, look at that. Ramen noodle abs.
Oh my God.
You have no. I love seeing the kids that pig out. You're like, oh, that's catching up to you.
Yeah.
I can be whatever. Yeah, just wait.
Right.
This one,
Yeah.
he worked with us, and when he was in his when he's interning for us, he's in his 20s, and he'd be like,
Just out of college.
yeah, he'd
Yeah.
make fun of our love handles or something like
And
that.
he would have flaming hot Cheetos every morning with a Snickers bar and a Coke. That
Yeah.
was his breakfast.
and then
Yeah.
we looked at each other and we went, someday
You
it's gonna
would
happen.
Not looked at each other. You would tell me.
Oh,
yeah,
you
we
would
would
just
say,
tell me. You're
right.
gonna
No,
get
but they
fat.
had to look at each other to
Yeah.
make sure that
exactly.
that is someone
This
listening
son
to
of a
me.
bitch.
Are you listening
Yeah,
to me?
you listening to this? Yeah. And then you recently lost weight for your wedding, but you did.
Like, put
There
it
was
back
a one
on.
time where you had a little bit of love handles. And,
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm there. Like my jeans have always adapted with like the generation. So when skinny jeans were in and hip, it was only because I got really fat and didn't fit in my jeans. But I
Oh,
still
man.
looked like I was trending.
I would have hated to see you in the Jenko generation.
Yeah.
My legs are huge.
the interstate.
by the way.
Yeah, the interstate.
They're trying to bring those back.
no way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
can't-
man,
no.
I'm
No,
done
thank
with
you.
this bringing back trend.
Yeah, I know.
I am
Everything's
so
cyclical.
done with it. I was trying to talk about that last night, and people are like, "What?" I was like, "Okay, like Full House. They came out with a whole, and we were all excited because we love the theme song. That's the only reason. Not one of us can mention one episode from Full House
That you remember.
that
right.
we remember,
Right.
right? And then everyone was disappointed by the second episode.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was
Right.
like, "Yep, there you go."
But
Well,
You
he
still
was
have-
the one. He was the one who was like, "Oh man, it just makes me feel like retro and stuff." And he's like, "It's just not bad."
Reminded
So-
me of Jinko jeans.
Right.
Yeah.
So I watched it and I was like, "This is terrible."
Oh, it was
Right.
bad.
Yeah.
And then when you meet people that are like, I love it. I'm so glad it's back. I have to put them into a different
you have to
category
write
of
down-
person.
That's how I feel about people that are like, I can't wait for the new DuckTales. Oh, you see how excited you are? But what do we love
no,
about
I wasn't
DuckTales?
excited.
Oh.
It was one of those. Yeah, I would also be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
There's-
awesome.
And every time they're like, "Oh, the new DuckTales." Woo! That's all they. That's the only part that we ever loved of DuckTales was that part.
Right. And the
that
song.
was
The
it.
song. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
that's
the
it.
song.
It's all theme songs for
Okay,
us.
now what do you feel about Star Wars?
What do I feel about?
Because a lot of people are excited
remakes,
about Star
yeah.
Wars today.
It starts
I
today.
think that you should only see Star Wars with a 10-year-old relative because.
So a grown man like Larry, he already has seats reserved for
Well,
showing
because the
at
grown men
10:30.
seen it by themselves, they're like, they get excited when it hits the screen, like, oh, yeah, that's it. Ah. They get excited in the first minute,
Right, you
and
hear
then
a
they
bunch of,
criticize the rest of it.
Right.
The first hit, they're like, oh, that's exactly the thing that made me feel good. And then the rest, this doesn't make me feel good.
Right.
It's like they were horrible.
Yeah.
Right.
But
you could never
I-
have that on that planet.
Exactly. So I saw Star Wars with my 10-year-old nephew and the younger nephew, and seeing them excited and
Yeah.
the robots,
Right.
you're like, that's what it's about.
No, for sure. We used
That's
to,
why we loved it.
we'd go to amusement parks. We go all the time, Universal and Disney, and after a while you're just like, man, it's crowds after crowds. But we took her daughters, and I was like, okay, I get it now. It's
Feel it
their
again.
turn to enjoy it.
Right.
Because I was like, because I'm not enjoying this as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Right.
But now you get to live it through them and see their excitement. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, man. I mean, this whole nostalgia trend and trying to keep up with your childhood. Like, do you think our great grandparents watched Tombstone and they're like, man, I remember when all the kids had that.
right.
What? The stick in the ball? No, polio. Yeah, like, we're the only generation. We're the VHS generation that replays things.
So,
And wants
no,
to,
you're right.
Yeah, man.
Because we had access to it, so we didn't mind it. Yeah, we didn't mind. Now you have Netflix.
Right.
Did you hear Netflix reached out to somebody that watched The Office for like a month straight? Netflix was like, we noticed that you watched The Office a lot. We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Wasn't it a Christmas special? There was
another
one.
But
Okay.
recently with The Office.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so some people just watch things.
Don't judge me.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me, Netflix.
Yeah, you know how many times I watched 30 Rock when it was on there?
Yeah.
Just doing clothes and
Leave it
doing
in the
laundry.
background
You
on
just
a
leave it in
loop.
the background.
For sure.
And then you
Such a
pop
great
in, you're
show.
like, Liz Lemon.
Great show.
I know what you're doing next.
Nick Guerra, he's at Comedy Works all weekend. Go get those tickets at comedyworks.com. Dude, thank you for coming to Blazin'
Thank
Hit
you.
Radio. We
That was
really
fun,
appreciate
man.
it,
Yeah,
man.
Thank you
We
for
really
having me.
appreciate it.
Remember
What are you
us
gonna
when
do
you
while
make
you're
it
here?
big. Yeah, remember us when
you guys remember me.
Yeah.
We got you. So what will you do while you're in Denver for the next 2 days?
I'm going to stay inside.
I'm going to watch Netflix.
Can we get you any Green Solution goodies?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
All right, man.
We'll load you up, man.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
What do you like? You like
flour or
a
you
brisket sandwich?
Yeah.
So tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, he's got 2 shows tonight and tomorrow night. 1 show at Sunday, and some of them are selling out fast. So
They're selling out so quick.
So comedyworks.com, and you're downtown at Larimer Square.
Yes.
That is the primo spot.
Oh, yeah,
man.
I know.
That's
I know.
like the legend club
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. You tell it to everybody there, they're like, yeah, we know. That's how cocky the club is. They're like, yeah, we know. We know how great we are.
Yeah, we know. We know. People talk about
Yeah,
us.
Attell loves
you're
us.
right. Roseanne Barr, Dave Chappelle, we made him.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Good morning, you guys.
Now with more us.
You rock.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
I just love you both.
303-728-3420, the Yellow Rum phone line. We got a guy on the line holding for us for a minute. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Who's this?
This is Oz.
Say it again.
Oz.
On.
O-Z Oz.
Oh, it's Oz.
How's it going?
The great and powerful
Hey, how's it
Oz.
going?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, not so much. Just have the day off. Love your show. Sorry I missed yesterday the Alamo Draft House.
Oh, no,
I
it's all
know.
good.
We were wondering if you were going to show.
Yeah,
Kathy,
I had to do some stuff.
You can chew. I don't care. It's Friday.
Okay, I got some candy in my mouth, Oz.
And she's got. If you can name the candy that Kathy's eating, you will win a prize. And if you can name what I'm eating,
Candy cane.
I'm about to give a clue on what I'm eating.
No to the candy cane.
I don't know.
Nuts.
Oh, nuts?
It's corn nuts.
Corn nuts.
As they go scattering right there. Man.
So yeah, you didn't have to stop by, man. We appreciate it. You always stopping by. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah. And my favorite song is Last Christmas by Wham.
Oh, let's sing that karaoke. Can we sing that karaoke?
Only if Oz wants to sing karaoke.
Okay, we're all going to sing it.
Well, he didn't say yes.
You didn't ask him.
Oh, Oz, will you sing it?
Okay, sure.
Okay, cool.
Was it Last Christmas karaoke?
Yes, it's by George Michael. Ooh, it's a great song.
Now speak up, Oz. We got to hear you.
Okay.
Just sing along with us.
It can't all be Larry.
How long is it going to take you to finish that candy bite?
It's a nougat.
Is this how it sounds?
Yeah, turn it down. I got to hear Oz.
Yeah.
Can you hear it, Oz?
Yep.
Okay. Get ready, Oz.
Okay.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year,
Speed up, Oz. Speed up.
to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone
special.
Last Christmas,
I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
A little faster, Oz.
Oh, I'm terrible. I karaoke.
No. You just you're doing good.
You're doing great, man. Just got a little pick up that tempo. Karaoke songs are faster sometimes.
You're a beat behind.
Jump in, Wig. We got to hear you too.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay, come on, producer Bolty.
Get over here.
Okay.
Wow.
3, 2, 1.
Once bitten and twice shy.
I don't know the
keep
lyrics.
my distance, but you still catch my eye.
Tell me, baby.
Do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year.
It doesn't surprise
Turn the music up. We can't hear the music. I wrapped it up and sent it with
Okay. What about a different?
Yeah, I don't know.
What about a different song? You got a different song there?
Kathy, you pick one. Go ahead.
No. You know.
I know which one I've always wanted to sing with Kathy. Play I really can't stay. Oh, it's called Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh my God, can Frank?
And you'll do Frank and I'll be me.
You really want to be you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is
Okay,
gonna
so
be
it's
fun.
Larry and Frank, and I'm trying to.
I'm trying to get you to stay.
No, I'm trying to seduce you.
No, I want to seduce you.
Let Frank seduce
Larry.
you.
But I'm gay, so I would automatically gig in. It has to be me seducing straight Frank.
You may be gay, but it's not like you want a blue collar construction worker Frank.
I'd hook up with Frank.
Oh well, that's sweet of you.
Okay, wait, listen. I think isn't Frank straight?
Yeah, Frank is totally straight.
So shouldn't I be trying to win you
after
over?
a 6-pack, Frank can do anything.
Okay, fine.
Fine, you can win me over.
Okay.
So I have to
All right, Oz, get ready.
right.
You don't have to sing. You just
all
listen.
right, just hang out, Oz.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
This
I
year
really
against-
can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
No, I've got to go away.
But Frank, it's cold outside.
Well, the evening's been
Was hoping you'd drop in.
so very nice.
I'll hold your hands. Ooh, they're cold just like
I know, I
ice.
gotta get my gloves on. My mother's gonna start to worry, man.
Beautiful, what's your hurry?
My father's gonna be pacing the floor.
Listen, the fireplace roar.
So really, I better scurry, Larry.
Please, baby, don't hurry.
Maybe just a half a shot more.
Put on some records.
YOLO Rum.
I pour.
Neighbors might think, like,
Hey, baby, it's bad out there.
Something's happening. Hey, what's in this drink?
Hey,
I didn't
it's
want coke in
cold
it.
out
Just
there.
straight YOLO.
Yeah, there ain't
I
nothing
knew-
straight about this, Frank.
I knew I wish how to break your spell,
I'll
Larry.
take your hat.
Yeah.
Your hair looks swell.
Thanks, man. I used that
Say
gel you got
no.
me. No.
I'll
At
move
least
a
I'm
little
gonna say that I
closer.
tried. I really can't stay.
But Frank is cold outside. Okay, that's enough of that. And then Frank and Larry made love.
Right, I stayed. He stayed.
Yeah, and now Frank and I have a weird connection and a dark secret. And when he comes out against gay marriage, I'm going to have to bring it up. I don't want to throw you under the bus.
Like there
Frank.
we were on the steps. I'm like 4.
Right.
You're all. I have the
cake,
audio
the
clip.
wedding cake issue. You
Right,
know, like
exactly.
come on, this
You
is
represent.
And then Frank's on the other side saying,
Right.
the
Down with
owns,
gays.
the dude owned the business. Let him do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, you can sell cake to whoever you want.
Right, that's Jesus.
Yeah, well, I just had sex with Frank, everybody.
All right. Oh.
Yeah.
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
but I want everybody to know, all you straight guys out there, had my hands on Kathy's boobs the whole
All right.
time.
As long as you wrapped your package, Larry. Did you wrap your package?
Yes, we're not going to be having some weird butt baby.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was really
I'm going to
entertaining.
eat
you
this
two.
nougat.
All right. Okay. Hey,
We'll be
Oz,
back after
thanks
this
for calling,
break.
man.
Brought
We
to you by
appreciate
Big
it.
Hunk.
Bye, Oz.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Have a good day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh man, that was really good, you guys. I think we should keep going with the karaoke.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Let's do the Mariah song that we like.
Which one is that?
All I want for Christmas is
What about
you.
is there a Mr. Hanky song
Baby.
karaoke?
None of us can sing those notes.
But as a group, we can get that. We can sing it as
Okay.
a group.
Okay.
All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey.
That's crazy.
Hey, if Ariana Grande can do it, we can all do it.
No, we can't.
Listen,
we
Nougat
can't.
Breath. You know what? I didn't like Big Hunks until I met her, and now they're pretty good. I mean, I don't really buy them on a reg, but when I eat a piece of hers, pretty
I've been eating him since 5th grade.
so good. Don't that handy music. Oh, here it is.
This is you, Larry. I can't sing
Yeah.
this.
I
don't want a lot for Christmas.
Okay, do it, drag queen.
There is just one thing I need.
It's a man. Duh.
I don't need to care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and
No, it's coming up. You were ahead of the gun.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
And I
don't need any presents underneath the Christmas tree.
I don't need to hang my stocking
up there on the fireplace. And
the clothes won't make me happy. The toy on Christmas Day.
Wiggins, you jump in here. Water's fine.
I can't sing, so I'm gonna stay out of line.
Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas.
What's that?
Is shoes.
Jews.
What? Those aren't the words.
Shoes. He said
No,
shoes.
I said Jews. I'm including my Hanukkah friends.
Oh,
at this Christmas, I won't even wish for snow.
And
I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the camel toe.
No, gross.
I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for Saint Nick.
Send it, girl.
And I won't even stay awake to hear the magic rain door click.
Those aren't the words.
Tonight,
I don't
holding
know
on
words. To me so tight. What can I do? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
All right.
You, baby.
Bruce Jenner comes in. I have a song.
Caitlin, lights are shining.
Well, everywhere. And the sound of children's laughter fills the air.
There you go, Caitlin.
And everybody is singing, and I hear those with the sleigh bells ringing.
Santa, won't you please bring me what I really need? Okay, we're done. I just killed it. You were on a high,
it was.
and then my voice,
it was
I'm
just.
so sorry.
No. You actually, you were there for me. You were there for me.
I was trying.
You were there for me. Call us and request what song you'd like us to sing.
Someone might be here right now. Hello, are you there? They were there. Hello. Oh, they were there and they were gone. They were like left on the they bailed on Bruce. They bailed on the Jenner.
We scared her.
You can call us and request any song, and we will do any song for you. We're kind of like a lounge act now.
Yeah, we're not.
303-728-3420. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm enjoying that we're all singing.
Yeah, for sure.
I cannot sing.
You actually didn't do that bad.
Oh, because I'm talking like this.
Me too.
So it makes it a lot like I understand why Kathie does Frank.
Hey,
because it's just
so like you want to do a lady.
It's just so easy.
Hey, now that you're feeling better, can we have a little Christopher Walken before we're done with 2017?
Okay, so
you should do a Christopher Walken Christmas song.
Last night was watching what is it called? Grease Lightning.
Was on last night.
And I got a tweet from I don't know what the name is, but she was like, "I'm watching Grease, and I thought of you." And I was like,
Walken's in Grease?
It's John Travolta. I think I've got to evolve to a newer generation because Christopher Walken's so old, but John Travolta, yeah, he's not that old. You could still be like face off,
right?
You know,
but like Grease was on last night.
Yeah, so I was like, "Hey,
and there
Cindy
was
Lou."
It's so funny. There was a part where he said something, and I was like, "Oh my god, that was Wiggins!" Right.
Sandra D, you want me to take you out on a date?
Sandy. There it is.
Sandy.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
I thought you were playing another song.
Oh, no. I could sing it as him. I could be.
Read the text as Christopher Walken.
Morning, guys. I love you. Wiggins is a great addition to the two of you, but Wiggins, you gotta grow thicker skin when it comes to Larry.
Yeah, I can look a little bitch.
Yeah, it took me years, Wiggins, to grow thicker skin.
It takes.
And then you just start eating a little more, and then it's really thick.
No, she uses her Spanx to rebuff me.
Yeah, I do. It's like it's waterproof and Larry proof.
Well, that's I felt bad because I was like, for years, Kathie, I laughed at Larry's
I know
jokes
you did.
at you.
I
Now
know.
I'm one of them.
You know what?
Well, that's what he would say, even when people would call it being offended that he did a joke about their race or their whatever, and Larry would be like, "Do you laugh the other times I say something about somebody else?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." And Larry's like, "Well, then you got to take this." And so that's kind of how
That's how it goes, I guess.
Right.
Well, I just didn't know like it was to the point where you guys like were like that affected by it. Like you guys talk like we were survival people of some tragedy, and so I'm like, I feel bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And also I remember with our old partner, there was a time where it was really hard for me to, I don't even know if you were here yet, Wiggins, and I was like, the beating up, like you got to get the thicker skin, and he looked at me and he goes, "You know what? Stop telling him what's going on in your life, and then he won't have anything to hit you at."
Who said that?
Kendall.
Oh, I don't remember that.
No, because I didn't tell you that conversation that
I know,
he and
but
I had.
we've continued to be in each other's lives fully.
Right, well, I
So-
know, but
So she never stopped.
Right.
and it kept on coming.
Well, I edited certain things out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's not bad. You don't do anything bad, Larry. You just are Larry, and you do your jokes, and
Yeah, he
it's just.
finds your weakness. And
See, just when she makes it worse. Like,
okay, producer Bolte, you've been the victim of
No,
Larry.
he hasn't. He's always been nice to Bolte.
No, he's totally. But Bolte, you must. It's because your brother. Like you'd already come in with thick skin.
He doesn't make
He
fun of
never seems
Bolte.
to-
I don't see that. No, just us. But I don't even think it's us. I think it's just 25 hours a week. You just get a few good jabs in there, and it's not like he does it all the time.
Okay,
and
so
they're funny
2018
jabs.
is Bolte's turn because he's going to be around all the time.
I'm sticking up for you. I agree. I don't think you're bad. I don't think you're mean. That mean.
Wow, I'm just like, I just remember, us having a good time. I was like, oh, we had the best show ever.
Well, you do.
Right, you had the best show.
Wow.
Wiggins and I are going out to the car to do shots.
Now I'm over analyzing everything now that I say everything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even remember. But I mean, I don't even remember.
You're not bad. Just the
Oh,
looks.
which is it?
Is he or isn't he?
Oh, my
He
God.
is.
And you know what? You guys give looks just as much. And you guys give
Yes,
jabs.
I know.
Yeah,
you know what? Here's the thing.
finally
This is
started.
I think for me and Kathie, we're teasing you about this, and this is the first time we've ever had anything where we could tease you, and you
Right.
really, it goes through the armor, right? And so it's,
What do you mean?
Like,
you're so usually quick that it's like bing.
yeah, and then
that
when we come
didn't
at you,
hurt me.
you kind of get offended, or you're mad that we're saying something. So
But
it's
like,
kind
I literally, just so you guys know, I really like am lost in the sense of.
Oh God.
No, like that. I just like I don't think of it in the like that way, in the sense that like we're always laughing, and then
Yes.
it's on to the next show, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I mean, I don't.
oh, it's fine. You're right.
But I mean, like the thing is, when the show was coming up, we all kind of like did the lonely girl thing, and she
Yeah.
was the one that was like her angle,
Yeah.
and it was like she ran out of gas. I know that, but we were all laughing, and we were
we're
like,
all
and it
laughing
was like,
at
yeah,
me.
lonely girl.
All
and
laughing
I
at
know,
me.
but that made you who you are. You were a
And then
big
I
star.
had to accept it and be like, they're laughing with me because I'm laughing too.
you're and you're because of that, you're so beloved when people run into you when you go make appearances.
I'm sorry that you get picked on, Kathie.
No, it's not that. People just think
love
she's
you.
awesome.
No, but a lot of people have been through the same struggle, so that's why they relate.
You mean the same struggle of me picking on them?
No.
That's what I thought.
The credit issues, or the lonely girl, or the car that breaks down.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all.
No, Larry, you're not mean. You're just quick-witted, and it's
Yeah.
thicker skin. And I just tease you about being mean because it obviously affects you.
No. Here's the thing. Here's what I think is amazing. Is to be honest, is like you're the nicest to me when the mics are up. When the mics are down and it's business as usual, you're probably the meanest person in the building.
Yeah,
well,
that's
there's
fine.
only 4 of us in the building.
And so I've learned that from watching you guys. I've seen
learned it from watching you.
I've seen you guys be like.
He invented
And then,
blah, blah,
hello
blah.
everybody, we are in a great mood today, ha ha ha, and then the mics go off.
Oh God.
So I did not invent that. I learned it from watching you.
we did teach him that.
Okay.
We all get along just fine. This is
Therapeutic?
four people working in a job that needs 20,
Right.
and we're all balancing things out. So, and we all have that brother-sister relationship. So it's
from the south.
yeah, exactly, Weinstein.
You're the one that's Weinsteining all the time.
Whatever. 303-728-3420.
Pizza.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at that, little Debbie. There's cherry cordials. Looks like mud pies.
All right.
Those
Well,
actually-
obviously,
cordial
you guys
mud
are
pies.
hungry. Kathy's hungry. We can take a break and go get something to eat.
No, there's nothing around here. There's another stupid
Do you want some corn nuts? I have corn nuts for you.
gas station.
His 8 o'clock liquor is being delivered now. Or not delivered, but we could go pick it up.
I'll run to Argonaut.
Argonaut.
I'll go get some YOLO, and there's a vodka
I
called
wanna-
Ocean that's phenomenal.
Oh.
Phenomenal.
You can only get it there. It's sold in
no.
Hawaii. It's called Ocean. It comes in a round bottle.
Oh.
It's really cool.
It's not as cool as YOLO.
It's
Right,
not, but
that's true.
it vanishes like YOLO in a drink.
Dude, YOLO has become like my Christmas tradition because like it's just like you have to have some sort of baked item on Christmas morning, whether it's the braided bread that you've kept from when you got it at the fundraiser,
Or
Right,
Larry.
you bought it for the little girl.
or it's cinnamon rolls. It's some sort of pastry that you get to enjoy
On
on
Christmas morning?
or something with eggs and that ambrosia salad. And
I better write this down.
and with that is the YOLO, the YOLO Gold. Like I just
What do you have it with?
It's I'll have it by itself over
really?
just those rock ices, the ice rocks.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God! Like I'll just totally sip it. It's
Well,
just become
okay,
my.
we've
I do
lost
it
her to
Christmas
straight
Eve.
alcohol.
I do it Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna be like, I have one glass of wine. She's like, I drink YOLO straight from
I
the
do.
bottle.
She's
YOLO.
all, I love it. You bake cinnamon rolls and then you drink half a bottle of YOLO with it. It's so good.
She's all, and you wake up and the kids are looking at you because you're on the floor.
Hey, they have new toys to play with.
Right.
I got at least 3 hours.
Oh my gosh. Well, I put YOLO Clear in some ginger ale the other day. It's kind of dangerous that it does disappear because it's like I put a bunch in there and in my head just from other alcohol I was like, oh, it's gonna be really strong
And
and
it
gross, but I
wasn't.
want to drink. All right, and I was like, oh no.
I do
And
love
then so
ginger
like
ale.
after 2 of them, I was like, woo, YOLO! I got great ideas in my head. Let's go.
Is YOLO Clear the bigger one now?
It's the well one, but it's the
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
it's really good.
It's
it
cheaper
vanishes.
and you get more.
Right.
And it's yummy.
Yeah, for sure. This has not been a YOLO.
No,
commercial.
it's just us
sorry.
wanting
We're
to
just
drink.
drunks.
Part
No,
of
we
my
want to
tradition.
drink.
What's
Yeah,
your
right?
tradition?
Yeah, tell us anything.
What do you
It's
drink?
Open Phone Friday. What are you doing? Are you off? Are you listening? Why are you listening if you're off? If you're going to work and you're like us, hit us up 303-728-3420. Blazin' It Radio. That's our YOLO rum line. Ooh, another mention. And hit us up. Request a Christmas song. Santa's here. You can have
Some
the kids talk
karaoke,
to
maybe. We'll see
Santa.
what happens.
Okay.
We're just throwing it all out there. We got some more interviews, too, that we're going to throw your way. We talked to Nick Guerra earlier, Greg Proops, and maybe we should throw on some Natasha Leggero. That interview is pretty funny as
Yeah.
well. So we'll get some more interviews. It's highlights from 2017 that you're probably listening to this on replay. We are out, but we will be back January 2nd, right after New Year's Day, if you are hearing this replay.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
Yeah.
More of us.
More
of us.
Just took a second for us to be more.
To get here and be
Hey,
more.
it's the end of the year. It's all winding down, and we're on fumes.
Yeah, right. But we're here. We're hanging out. We haven't started drinking yet. I don't know what's wrong with us.
We keep talking about it,
I
and
know,
just
it
like
just
my
didn't
liver's like, come on.
It didn't happen. So I wanted to throw some celebrity stuff out there.
So I wanted to throw Larry under the bus some more.
No.
Listen, when we do get drunk, do you guys care if we go down to Charlie's?
Yes.
I know somebody just went missing from there, but
Yeah, what is up with that? And
That's
then they
crazy.
and
How
then they
does somebody-
saw him again.
How does somebody just vanish?
Did he post a social media video though after he had disappeared?
No. So the video that you see on his Instagram is actually the surveillance video from the bar, watching him do his Instagram video or his Facebook
so
video.
because he was hanging out at the front.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, on the table.
Oh, okay.
There's a video of him sitting somewhere. So yeah, I don't. Anyways,
Okay,
He
yeah.
left. So he left, and he just vanished.
Right, and I was only saying it because there's a movie that is famous for when everybody gets off work and everybody's like having a really bad, whatever day.
Right.
They go, where's the Kathie? She's down at Charlie's getting drunk.
Right.
And so then, Wiggins eventually is like, hey, where's Larry? Oh, he's down at with Kathie at Charlie's getting drunk.
Right.
So we literally could go to Charlie's and get drunk if you guys want.
Right, and live out the movie.
Right, and then Wiggins will go missing because you're adorable.
Okay.
No, that sounds like terrible and like premeditated. If I
Right,
disappear, you're going to be the
right,
first to get
exactly.
investigated.
And the fact that he threw a doorbell in there means he wants to put you up in a
Yeah.
cabin in the woods where
Yes,
nobody's going
exactly.
to
I'm saying if we take him to Charlie's, he'll be adorable there, so
Yeah.
he might get abducted.
No, you don't say that.
Oh.
They think that this guy he made a statement to the bouncer that he was being harassed, and that's why he was leaving.
Then
That's
they came
not cool.
home and found all of his
Right,
Doors
like
open.
his keys, like the doors were shut.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we digress.
Yes. Oh, wait, we have something on it really fast. Katie Pinto, she listens to us every day, and she knows him. She's met him a couple times, and we're talking. Yes, it's so sad. So, anyways, she just said, I don't see how this ends well. Does he just walk home and see his mom, tell her he just need to clear his head? Where is he?
I know that sucks, and it's like there's enough of those shows, and you see the news enough where like this stuff actually happens, and we're just hoping for the best.
Well, so I have from Fox 31 a little bit of the news story. So let's play that.
Rudy Sanchez.
Let's play this.
There are a lot of moving parts with this case. Gilbertson was last seen leaving a bar off Broadway in Denver. A post on Instagram the night of his disappearance. And then he also took a Lyft that night and, according to the family, told the driver he was being harassed. But still, no signs of what happened. While police put together a timeline, Adam Gilbertson's mom is doing the best she can to come to grips with the fact that her youngest son is missing. Christmas is supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, filled with friends and family. And while most of the Gilbertson family is together,
it's not going to seem like Christmas.
One very special member,
I have to find my baby,
is missing.
But I won't give up hope.
The early hours of Friday morning mark a week since Adam Gilbertson's disappearance. And over the last 7 days, friends and family have traveled to help find him. His mom arrived on Wednesday.
This has always been my worst fear. Not knowing where one of my kids are.
And you don't expect that at an older age either.
For sure, but it's like every mom thinks about that. It's like, oh, hey, if you're going out, call me the next night, or because you never know what people are up to and what they can do. And it's incidences like this. But gosh, I sure hope he's okay.
So everybody, keep your eye out for Adam Gilbertson.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay, so celebrities. Let's try to. Okay. So first off, did you guys see Khloe Kardashian confirm the pregnancy with the picture?
She showed her little bump.
You're right, and Tristan Thompson. His sexy hands on her belly.
Kylie has yet to post anything, but at least Khloe's out now.
Yes, right. So Khloe's doing it. There's a lot.
I think Kylie's going to bounce back like this. Bam.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all you care about.
I'm just saying because she's like 20 or
if
she's 18.
pregnant. If she's pregnant.
Oh, she might not be?
Well, I don't know. We had to wait for them to confirm it.
Okay.
But there's also a lot of cool movies out that you guys can go watch. All of the end of the year is when the big Oscar contender good movies come out because they want to keep it fresh in the critics' mind. So when they go to vote next month, they're like, oh, well, I just saw that one. So
See Monkey Man.
We have Star Wars.
Right.
The Last Jedi is still out. We have Shape of Water, which is Sea Monkey Man, which is apparently it's a nostalgic kind of film, but it's a love story.
Oh no, for sure. And you could see them in the trailer. They even hug.
Right.
And I'm like, ooh, she getting some fish realness.
Apparently that does happen.
Right. She got herself
in
a
the
sucker
movie.
fish.
Yeah. There's also All the Money in the World, which is the one where Christopher Plummer replaced Kevin Spacey.
Oh, okay. So they had to reshoot that? Yeah, okay.
And they're saying Christopher Plummer did such a good job that they're wondering why they even chose Kevin Spacey in the first place. Because Christopher Plummer was up for the role originally.
They went to him and they're like, we just have to ask, have you touched anybody in a weird way? Because we're going to shoot this movie. And
that's the last thing we need.
Right.
There's also The Post, which is a historical movie about Winston Churchill.
Right.
And making the decision to either fight the Nazis or separate and say, you guys just stay over there and kill whoever you want, but don't come over here.
Okay.
And so it's a big period piece history.
Okay.
And then
I don't like movies that are about too serious. Like that sounds pretty serious.
Yeah,
no, that's definitely serious.
Downsizing is that?
And downsizing, that's what I was going to say. Where you get shrunk to 5 inches tall, and then you have a whole new world.
Right, your money's like millions versus here.
Yeah.
When you think about it, though, remember,
pretty smart.
Would you rather downsize and live in a mansion and be 5 inches tall, or would you rather have trailers stacked on top of each other because we've run out of space, like in that new movie coming out next year of what it's going to look like in 2050?
Looks like the Blade Runner or something like that. Yeah, no, for sure. I think that like downsizing, like I'm interested to see the concept of how they protect those people because they're still little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So there's got to be
that's what I was thinking because there's going to be predators. So even though this little life that you're living is great, and
there's going to be lizards.
You're going to have giant things that are going to look like
hawks,
or mean people.
Right.
They're going to come and now you're living in their house.
They're shaking your little mansion. Dolly.
People magazine also put out an annual list of the 25 most intriguing people of the year. Tell me if you agree.
Okay.
Ariana Grande,
She's intriguing.
Well, no, she went from donut licking hater to the Manchester.
The concert, right.
The
And
Manchester concert.
Right. She had a good response, and they did a big fundraiser afterwards, so that was good.
Yes. Jordan Peele. Because of Get Out.
Jane Peele.
Did you finally?
I finally saw that. I watched it.
It was good.
not what I expected, but it still was good. And the reason why I liked it is because it was an original concept.
Yes.
There hasn't been a good
Totally
movie that was
original.
just like, oh, that's cool. That was an ending I wasn't expecting. But then it got weird to where he's like, they put I don't want to ruin it for people. Yeah.
It's been out, some people might watch it.
Yeah,
but
some people might.
I didn't have a problem with it, but it was crazy.
It just didn't make sense because you were like,
I get
why would you do that? And why if that's
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it was still
exactly.
good. Yeah.
Exactly what everybody's thinking.
Okay, Nicole Kidman. She was one of the People's 25 top intriguing people of the year because she's still at the top of her game. She got the Emmy for Big Little Lies. She got an Oscar nomination for Lion. She's
cool.
still,
She's killing it.
Totally. Colin Kaepernick is on the list.
Cool.
Because of everything that happened in the NFL.
Right,
He wasn't even playing, and he still was the topic every Sunday.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And still is.
Yeah. Blake Shelton, because he was People's Sexiest Man Alive, and a lot of people said, he's not sexy.
No, he is.
I do. I think so.
For sure, he's a man. He drives a truck.
He's a man's man.
And he's got Gwen Stefani.
Right, totally.
Totally.
I'm trying to remember their song.
Remember it.
It's a Christmas.
Yeah, it's a Christmas song.
Stop singing so you can remember.
Oh, darn it.
All I want for you is Christmas. No, I want you're my Christmas present.
Something like that. Dang
You're my
it.
Christmas present.
Shut up. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Adorbs.
Yay. Yes, totally. Did you see their pictures came out yesterday?
Yeah, and she was a little controversial with some see-through number.
And do you know that dress, that see-through number?
75,000.
Jeez,
I'm assuming they got it for like free since they were going to show
photo shoot.
Right.
For sure. Right. Like it's
Of
gone
course,
back.
right. The only people who can afford a dress like that got it free.
Is this what you're talking about? You make it feel like Christmas?
Yeah, you make me feel like
Sounds just like me.
Thanks to the string lights that make it glow. But I want to thank you, baby. You make it feel like Christmas.
It barely took a breath to realize we're gonna be a classic for
She doesn't age.
And I want to thank you, baby. You make it feel like Christmas.
That's good.
Yeah. Also on the list, we got Rihanna because of her Fendi Beauty line, which you can't get anywhere, but they had it at the Sephora Pavilion at the downtown pavilions.
Right, but it sells out like everywhere.
It always sells out, but they had a lot of it yesterday. If you're looking for it for a Christmas present, by the way, it's down there at the pavilions.
They like have
Sephora.
she has like the greatest like of all shades for every person or something like that, right?
Yeah, right. Cardi B, she's made the list.
Wow, I can't believe how one hit can do that to somebody. And I know she was on a show.
Yeah,
but
the
like
show helped.
other people get giant hits, and like people are now like paparazzi follow her, fans are screaming for her. It's insane.
No, it's pretty crazy, and she's loving it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Because she don't have to dance no more.
Tiffany Haddish, the comedian. The first African American comedian to be a female comedian on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
She's hilarious. I've seen her stand up prior to her getting Girls Trip with Queen Latifah and stuff.
Is it naughty?
No, yeah, it's naughty, but she's
funny.
just funny.
Oh,
like
good.
she's just good. You can relate to her. And my favorite, there's a lot of other people. I don't know if you guys will know, but my favorite, Gal Gadot from Wonder Woman. Dun, 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 dun.
She is
I thought you were going to go dun 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 dun.
No, I know. Wonder Woman.
When I see your face, when I see your face.
Yesterday was costume day at school for Avery.
Uh-huh.
So I was expecting her to be like, you want your princess costume? What do you want me to get for you? And she was like, get Wonder Woman. And I was like, hell yeah, girl.
Right away.
Right. And I was like,
Would you cry a little bit?
I totally did. Amazon Princess coming up.
Yeah.
So we got, like, she wanted to have her little headband. She wore it all day.
Oh.
And then she was so excited because Austin came as Captain America.
Oh, they were almost the Marvel.
Right.
Oh, that's
totally.
dope.
It was cute. But they
The
didn't plan it.
Avengers.
They didn't plan it
Right.
like that. They just, because kids were able to wear whatever
Yeah.
costume.
Right.
So while all of the other girls were doing, like
Princess and
Ariel
all that,
and
yeah.
Cinderella and Belle.
Right.
She
She's
was
hanging with the dudes.
She was totally in her Wonder Woman,
She's
which
like-
I love.
She's like, sorry, Superman. I don't know. She had to not hang with kids that weren't DC.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No.
She has to hang in a genre. Wonder Woman is not in the Avengers.
Right. I can't hang out with you, Rogue.
Right.
Sorry.
Exactly.
You're X-Men.
Please get with your genre.
She didn't know any of that. They're only 4.
I
But of
know.
course, her Wonder Woman outfit has long sleeves and long pants underneath her dress.
Oh, so that looks weird.
No, it looked cute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we stuck to the just blue and red.
Right, because hers is more of a Wonder Woman summer outfit.
Yeah, right. So
Right.
we wintered it up. But
Yay.
so proud.
Did you take a picture?
So proud. No, because I didn't see it. I'm here with you guys when she's getting ready to go to school, and then yesterday was a long day.
Maybe they'll send you one of those videos like, here's the kids in their costumes.
Yeah.
At what age, because they have kid-proof phones, at what age will you give her a phone?
She can barely talk now when I say talk to Uncle Larry.
Oh, okay.
You
But I mean,
know-
like, do you feel like 6 or do you feel like 10?
We have to just worry about it.
You-
The experts, like people that family therapists and stuff, say 11, 12.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
You know what I think we should get her? And I'm not joking. They have this thing that's like kind of like a Fitbit for your dog.
Okay.
But you can always know where they're at.
Yes,
So
right.
I'm like, why don't we just? Oh, see, there goes the $1 million idea, making Fitbits that you can track
It's
your
all
kid.
right.
No.
It's all right. We've given tons of ideas out.
Well,
I think
there
if
went
we-
everybody.
If we were to act on anything, we
Yeah, if you
would
get
have done
rich
it by
off
now.
that idea, please at least donate a little
Yeah.
to the show.
Totally.
Buy some advertising.
I thought of putting like tracking devices like in her barrettes and stuff. Absolutely.
Right, and then they're like, that's how she got barrette cancer.
right. Right.
They call it
cancer.
barrette.
Cranium
Right.
cancer.
But they do have those things. They're called a chip,
Yeah.
and you can put them with your wallet, and you always know where your wallet is. You can check on your phone.
So
you can
maybe
find
you
it.
just put it inside of one of her stuffed animals or something that she's.
Or let's just go bold and get the chips implanted in us.
Yeah,
Right.
that's called Mark of the Beast, I believe.
I know, and
Yeah.
I've thought about it, and I'm against it, but I totally want to know where she is at all
You'd
times.
want to.
Exactly, for sure.
Oh, I would be like you stress when they're at your house and you're like, where are they? I
Right.
couldn't imagine when you're not around them when they're going to school.
Hello, what about when she's like 17 and you're like, where are you? And she's like, you'll never find me. I'm with Kyle. And she hangs up, and you're like,
Right.
All right, and we're going over to Kyle's house, 3247.
Exactly.
right, but then it'll be some sort of hologram phone. You're like, I see his hologram behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's good about
I'm gonna kick
autonomous
Kyle's
cars
ass.
and all that is that hopefully she won't have to learn to drive. That you don't have to have that fear of her getting behind the wheel because
Oh,
those cars
see.
can drive.
Yeah, but there's a whole
themselves.
new fear because it's like that's when the big remote control bus you hit the highway and roll.
See, I got to tell you, I'm against all that. Because
Really?
I come from a family that we like to drive.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
a
our-
new
our
generation
relief.
now.
No. There's still going to be Grampy's truck back home in the woods that you're going to have to
It's
learn how to drive.
2012.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Like they're kind of good drivers right now. Like
When they have little
What?
baby cars.
no.
Oh,
I
put them on your lap.
maybe.
Britney Spears got in a lot of trouble for that.
My mother lives like 2 blocks away in a neighborhood. So when I go to pick them up in the afternoon, I throw them into the front seat with me. And sometimes Gianna's on my lap, and I totally let her steer us home through the neighborhood.
Oh,
I know that's totally illegal and everybody, but nobody's in the neighborhood driving around at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not like I'm going to let her completely take the wheel.
Although if a cop sees you, you would get a ticket.
Oh, I always tell Avery, duck.
Yo, get down!
Like if there's people outside in their front yard, I'll be like, duck, Avery. But Avery knows.
That's Avery knows.
Yeah, Avery knows.
But that's how we learned.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
eventually somebody took you
that was
out.
thrilling when you got to sit on your dad's lap and steer for just a little bit.
And, and it was like keep the middle point of the car, that ornament, because we had a Chrysler. The Chrysler had to be running along the white line on the edge of the road to the right. So that's how I learned how to stay in the middle of the lane. As long as that focal point was technically lining up with the side of the road, I was going down the middle of the road.
So when you let her drive, like she kind of gets a feel like, oh, I am steering it a little bit.
A little, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, normally I would start you on a golf cart from baby
Right,
cart
no,
to golf
totally.
cart. No, but that's how we learned.
Yeah,
By
for sure.
going on
At
a
some
lone
point.
road in Golden or whatever. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
And we're probably the last generation that'll know how to drive a stick.
So again, yeah, I know how to drive a stick.
I do.
Right, yeah.
Do you know how to drive a stick?
Oh yeah, my whole
right.
truck was
Oh, that's right.
that's still trucking, man. That Toyota's still going.
Do they make sticks still?
Yeah, I mean, it's special order.
I
mean,
like
Jeeps are sticks. I think it's if you have a stick now, you have to have Bluetooth headphones because too many people try to use their phone. And I think what kills me is when I see someone who's like using their phone and smoking a cigarette or something at the same time. Like I look at them and I'm like, okay, now you're too ballsy. Like I'm okay with one or the other. Yeah, but you really, come on, what hand are you using?
Well, like it used to be, I'd see the truck drivers, you know? I mean, like my ex was a truck driver. They're up there holding one hand with the cell phone, trying to shift up to 13 gears.
Candy cane.
That was a good movie. I'm sorry. That was
it wasn't.
It was a good movie.
Oh, God.
And you know who was in it, who I loved?
Somebody hot
I like
there.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, but I like the guy who played with him. He's always
His
like
brother.
you've seen him in a few movies.
The funny guy in, you know, he is the
He
funny.
was in Saving Silver.
Exactly.
Right.
Saving Sarah Silverman.
Right.
Yeah. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's good.
And there's that funny scene where the trucker makes them take their clothes off and they have to go in the gas station.
Steve Zahn. Is that right?
Steve Zahn, that is
Steve
him.
Zahn, yeah.
Yeah, I never watched it all the way through.
What?
You know, that's like the best part because Paul Walker literally is walking around buck naked.
Okay, so to you, it's the best part. A lot of people might have preferred
Other
the suspense
reasons,
or the part where he, you know,
fine,
ran him off the road.
I would want to take that guy in his hotel room.
Well, you know what? It was funny too because I saw like some sort of making, and Steve Zahn was talking about having to film that scene, and he goes, "Man, he's like, it's bad enough to be naked in front of a bunch of extras on a set. He's like, but then you have to stand next to him,
Oh,
like
yeah,
who's the
that
Greek
would be-
god,
right,
And he's like,
totally.
it was really embarrassing.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah.
I saw Fast and Furious last night on TV, the one where it was his last one.
Oh.
And then even now, you're still like, oh, dang, man.
Totally.
Because it's like, what a way to go
He
out.
was a loss.
Yeah, he
You're
was a
right. We
total
should
loss.
look at Joyride. Google a YouTube Joyride
I already
nude
did.
scene.
Oh, no, I'm not looking
What's
up
Joyride?
That's the movie Candy Cane.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
all right. Well, no, you can just watch it for yourself. I'm sure.
Right,
it's on
yeah.
Netflix.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Let's see if this person's still here. They were calling for us. Hello, are you still there? Hello. They must have hung up. Hello.
They ran to YouTube to watch
They
that
ran.
scene.
They were like candy cane.
And then since we're talking about lists, the top 10 Google searches of 2017.
Ooh.
Guess
okay.
what people were Google searching?
Okay,
Think about
let
the
me
year.
guess. I gotta get one of
Think
these.
back, everybody.
Okay, it's
what
got-
happened this year?
It's Trump.
In the news.
Okay, I bet it's impeachment. Collusion. I bet the words collusion they looked up.
Nah, people don't know how to spell collusion.
No, you're
People
really
don't.
stretching.
People are going to spell like Trump sucks.
Well, I
or
was trying
something
to
like
think of
that.
the biggest things that were trending. So, but it was like interference from Russia.
No, I don't think that trends. It does for us, but I like you and I follow politics. It's probably something stupid like
Right.
Cardi B.
Yeah,
Like,
well, okay, so
Bodak Yellow.
okay, so the top 5 news-related searches were Hurricane Irma,
Okay.
the Vegas shooting,
Okay.
the solar eclipse,
That makes sense.
Hurricane Harvey.
Okay.
Solar clips with best friends. That was Mr. Efficient.
Yeah, head to Nebraska,
Yeah, head to
and you're
Nebraska.
all alone on the golf course.
What
How to
happens
get away
in
from the
dark?
wife.
It got pitch black. Nobody could see what we were doing for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And the price of a Bitcoin. Those were the things that were the top news-related searches.
Okay.
The top 5 protests that we Googled were the NFL anthem, Kneel Down,
Okay.
the Charlottesville protest, the Boston Free Speech Rally, the protest at Berkeley, and the protest in St. Louis. So those were
Okay.
all huge.
Right.
When it came to tech products, we searched for the iPhone 8, iPhone 10.
And nobody could find the
Nobody,
iPhone 9
right.
because 7, 8, 9.
Heyo. The Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I want that.
I want that just because it's Zelda. You know that Zelda Oracle, the best one that came from the Nintendo 64, was released like 22 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't that mess with you? But that was the best game. Like riding that horse, and then it was like the first game where it was like free reign.
Right.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere. But wait a minute. Also for Mario, the new Mario game looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks
and Mario
great.
Kart.
The top 10 searches overall were Hurricane Irma. Matt Lauer
Ooh.
was number 2.
Yeah, because you definitely you probably Googled Matt Lauer butt grabbing or
He
something.
had a big fall
yeah.
from grace when you think about it.
Mhm.
Like
Well,
you might expect Harvey Weinstein, totally. You might expect Bill O'Reilly, or not Bill,
Yeah.
but the dude that owns
All
Fox.
of them. I would
right.
imagine that one of the terms would be harassment.
Yeah,
That
no,
would be
it
most
wasn't.
looked up. That's
Tom
weird.
Petty was also Googled when he
'Cause he
passed
died,
away.
right.
Rep. Super Bowl, yes. The Vegas shooting, we said. Don't forget Mayweather and McGregor.
That was
fight,
huge.
That was
for
huge.
5 minutes.
Happened in August.
There was a lot of talking leading up to that.
I still laugh about how happy McGregor was after he lost.
Right, you're
Because
like,
he knew about his
he
payday.
made all his money. He didn't
He was
care.
like, I don't care. This was the best thing ever.
He's like, I suck at you. I suck at all of you.
Well, now he wants to go back to his fighting, which looks like
MMA.
it hurts way worse.
Ouch, right. Fidget spinners.
Kathie, how dare you?
Hurricane Harvey, the eclipse, and
Hurricane Harvey Weinstein. I bet people look that up at the
Hurricane
same time,
Harvey
thinking it was all
Weinstein.
one and
Hey,
the same.
it wasn't good.
The storm comes in and takes off all the women's clothes.
Right, it was horrible.
So you
then
want to
his-
watch me shower.
Right, and then his towel blows away. Ah!
And then Aaron Hernandez, who I remember like on one of my plane rides to LA out there for interviews, like I totally read like back-to-back stories on Aaron Hernandez. It's just crazy, his story, the Patriots guy. and He killed himself.
He had really bad CTE. Not that that
Phew.
excuses anything,
Right.
but if it does give you paranoia and the sense of just like...
You're an idiot, though. Thinking
I know, he
you
was
kill
trying to be a
somebody like
gangsta.
a mile away
Yeah.
from your house, you're an
Yeah.
idiot. Yes, and then, and then now it's all like, ooh, did the widow get money because of the loophole? Because technically he wasn't charged.
Mm-hmm.
I know. All
I heard
that.
she got a widow bit.
Ayo. So
Three-
2017 is over.
Yay.
I'm done with it.
303-728-3420. We are doing Open Phone Friday, but this also might be the replay that you're hearing throughout the week because we are off, but we'll be returning January 2nd, and you can catch us up then. But until then, we're playing all the best interviews and highlights and just our live breaks from Friday.
I would
today.
say the best thing about 2017 is just everybody that we've heard from since we've been back. Like, to me, that's like just been amazing how many people are like, oh, you're back.
Yeah, it's been cool. You guys hung in there with us in 2017.
And you
can't-
found us.
We can't tell you thank you enough.
For sure, we're going to sleep
Actually,
with
we
every
can.
single
Yeah,
one
well,
of you.
we will. We will
can.
spend our time
We're
telling
do
you
a
thank you.
GoFundMe account right now. No, I'm just kidding. So we are doing a crowdsourcing here soon.
Oh, yeah, for YOLO Rum.
For YOLO Rum. So people will actually be able to get part of that. That's going to be exciting.
Like, in other words, you could actually go into business with Kathie and I. So you would see us at corporate meetings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we would be like talking by the water cooler.
You guys are the best for meetings. That's
Right,
for
and then
sure.
you'd see like dramatic meetings where Kathie like slams the table down and she says, "Don't plank with me, fellas. This isn't my first rodeo." And then she storms out and we're like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very corporate thing that we do.
And then I'm smoking on my cigarette.
Right. Where's my Hummer?
We got some text messages coming in. Let's go to one song, and then we'll be right back after that, and then answer and see these texts because they got some good ones coming
You
in.
can also call us 303-728-3420.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
303-728-3420, the YOLO Rum phone line. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paul.
Hey, what's up, Paul? Where are you calling from?
I'm actually calling from Texas. I just moved out here, and we're actually getting ready to move back. We miss Colorado too much.
Yay! He's coming back. Hey, you better come back before it's summer because it's pretty gnarly hot there.
No, yeah, definitely. We're probably gonna be heading back in May. So as soon as our lease is up for the apartment, we're gonna be heading back.
Well, I was going to ask you, are you ready for the leases here? Because they got pretty expensive.
No, we actually struck luck. We have a house in the family that it was my wife's grandma's, and we're actually going to be buying it for way below the price that it's going for. So we actually struck pretty good with that.
So, in other words, you'll get your grandma's old little house for a still, and then right next to you will be a mega mansion, and then on the other side will be one of those new mega mansions, and they're going to try to get gentrification all over your head.
That's exactly what it's going to be, because it's going to be right over there by where they're doing the I-70 restructure.
Oh,
So
right.
Once they finish that in like 5 years, I mean, we're probably going to be sitting.
Oh, you're going to cash
right by
in.
$1 million houses.
For sure. There's going to be a little bit of time where you're going to be the small, ugly little house, but you have to endure. There's going to be several people that come to you. Hi, we're from Pepsi. We
Yeah.
need to buy your house.
Right.
And you say no. And then
Hi, we're from CDOT.
no,
We'd like to
no,
expand into your yard.
Not selling. Go
Okay.
away. And then what they'll do is they'll build the highway and the Pepsi thing around your house. So
right, you're that. So then you're that
you should have
small
sold.
little house.
Yeah, you should have sold. You held out too long.
And then they'll just offer me a few 12-packs here and there.
Right, exactly. Well, welcome back when you get back, but we're glad you're listening and you found us.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys. I actually have a song request. I was wondering you know that song Christmas Time by Paul McCartney?
Well, how does it go? What's the name of it?
Christmas time. Do they know it's Chris, or is that John Lennon?
No, that's Feed the World.
Simply having a
wonderful Christmas time.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Da-na-na.
I like that song too.
I was wondering if you guys, if Larry could do it in the C3PO voice, that would be freaking awesome.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Okay, we're doing it, Paul.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Well,
Thanks
Merry
for the call, man.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas, guys.
Oh
Thanks.
my.
Let's see if we can't find that, huh?
Oh, we can. I mean, take your time.
Now, you could incorporate all of the Star Wars characters into that.
Right. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Jar Jar Binks.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
R2D2.
All right, let's see if we can get this going. Wonderful Christmas.
Time. Yeah, this is a good Christmas song. Everyone, the cast of Star Wars.
Oh, yes. Put me on the spot. The mood is right. The spirit's up.
That's not
He's not
C3PO.
Star Wars.
I was doing Paul McCartney.
Yeah,
fine.
that's not what the request
That's
was.
not enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
All right, now Vader.
The party's on. The feeling's here.
That only
That only
comes.
comes twice a year. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Oh my. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Suck on my chocolate salted balls.
Andy, why did you step in here?
We're gonna play one shout out that we got, and then we're gonna play the other one that we got earlier that we were laughing hysterically about because we have an update on that. So
where she did her mom, the impression of her mom.
Yes.
Right.
Let me stop that jam from playing because it's still going.
Ooh la 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 la.
Okay, this is just sent to us here. Let's get that going.
Good morning, Larry, Kathie, and Wiggins.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name's Jaime. I just wanted to give you guys a shout out and just let you know my birthday is on Sunday. Just wanted to say happy morning, happy Friday, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas.
Sometimes when his girl runs out of money, she has to tell people, my Jaime broke.
Because he is.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
My
horrible.
Jaime broke.
Yeah, I
And they're
get it. I
all
get it.
girls go through that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
It was a girl bike.
Yeah.
Or no,
we
it was a
get
girl
it.
riding a boy
It was
bike.
a boy bike, right? But Merry Christmas, Jaime, and happy birthday for the morning show to you. Hey.
My Jaime broke.
Okay. We hope you have a good birthday on Sunday.
We hope next year's more profitable for you.
Okay. Now this was a shout out that was about special kisses, but she
play the original.
Let's just play
Hilarious.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say I'm so glad you're back. I have a kind of funny story to tell you. I just wanted to thank you, first of all, for teaching me what special kisses were, or for starting that little snowball effect. When I was about 8 or 9, you guys were talking about special kisses on the air, and so I would go home or like to family events, and I'd be like, oh, I'm giving you special kisses. These aren't regular kisses, they're special kisses. And I think people thought it was cute, but my parents had to kind of sit me down. My mom is like really Asian, fresh off the boat. My dad's white, and he of course found it really awkward, but my mom finally had to break the news to me that special kisses were when you put your mouth on a place you're not supposed to put your mouth. So I just wanted to thank you guys for the enlightenment, and I love you. So glad you're back, and have a good day.
Oh my God.
That was just killing me.
So we were saying the best part of the call is when she mocks her mom. Like,
Right.
that's the funniest
Right.
stuff
If
ever.
anybody can get away with mocking her mom, it's her.
Right, and she did it great.
Perfect.
So she texted us back and she said, hey guys, so glad you got my shout shout out. Special kisses here. I have so many traumatic life stories because of my mom. That's my life's curveball. Just comedic relief in other people's lives, but my life's curveball. So if you guys ever need a good laugh, you have my number. I have plenty of it.
Yeah, we got to get her number.
Yeah. I was like, I understand your pain. I was like, my mom's the same way. Well, she's not Asian, but she's got traumatic life events for me. That's for sure.
Right. And
Yours
she
get
also
really
told
sad.
Wiggins not to where to put his mouth.
Right.
Mine gets sad.
Right.
Oh.
She did tell you, but yours gets sad. Your stuff. This is a funny mom.
Yeah,
like, you know,
Right.
like
Kathy's all, this family had stuff to eat. She's like, you guys had jokes and no bread.
Oh my God. Hold on. We got someone here. See if they're still there. Hello, are you still there?
Who's
Yeah,
this?
I'm here.
Yeah, who's this?
Keep it clean.
Hey, this is Tony.
Hey, what's up, Tony? Where are you calling from?
Actually, man, I used to work in Denver, but I'm calling from the Springs. Actually, going to pick up my last check up there. So,
Hey, can you
I
grab
listen
us?
to you guys.
Can you grab us an
I listen to you
In-N-Out?
guys every day.
Oh, word.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Can you grab us an In-N-Out burger when you're down there?
4 years from
I
now.
would, man, but I'm in Castle Rock right now.
No, it's 4 years away. They're not building the In-N-Out burger. Is it really 4 years?
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 years is what they said. It's
I
gonna be
thought it was
4 years.
2 years.
Either way. Either way.
Yeah, that's an
But
overrated
nah,
burger.
man, I just want to. Yeah, it's so cool that you guys are back on, man. I freaking can't stand 107.5 now. I don't know if I should have said that or not.
That's all right. You can say that, man.
well, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I've been listening to you guys for like years, man. Forever. Ever and ever. But
He's
yeah.
all, you taught me about the birds and the bees, too.
Did we teach you about
Nah,
special
man,
kisses?
I was listening when Larry came out of the closet, man.
Oh, yeah. That was a pretty fun thing because I thought everybody knew. So I was like, hey, I'm gay. Right.
I kind of knew, but I was like, I was asking my homies. I was like, what do you think, man? They're like, I don't know.
They're like, I bet Larry gives great special kisses.
I don't know any normal straight guy that always has to bring up jock straps as lingerie.
That's why I thought everybody knew, because I was kind of so obvious about it. And
Right.
I was out in my real life for years. And if you met me and anybody would have asked, or if you were handsome, you would have found out. And the thing is,
bro.
no. And the
I'll
thing
tell you
is,
what,
so-
man,
Go ahead.
I get hit up on gay guys all the time. They hit me up I'm like, no, man, I'm good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, then that tells me that somebody wore down the ice a little bit, so maybe I could get in there with the right cocktail.
Larry's all, you want to come over
Yeah,
and game?
exactly. Obviously, I got to follow the lead. They're obviously hitting on you for a reason, bro. But anyway,
no, they didn't like that, homie. No,
it's
no,
all
no,
good.
no, no.
It's all good. Hey, so no, we really
It's all
appreciate
good.
it. We appreciate you listening, man.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, and I downloaded you guys, so I listen to you every morning on my phone, on the headphones, on the app, so
Yay.
I'm not working.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think eventually.
Kathy, you some good girl, man. I like you. Love you.
I like you too. You and me, we can go have some beer together.
What
about me?
you
Do
guys
you
have
like
a-
me?
You guys
I
have
think
a
you
Merry
hit-
Christmas.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you, man.
too, and thank you so much. And it means the world to us that you're still with us and you're laughing with us every morning. Thank you.
Oh, for sure. And guess what? My name is Tony V, like the other dude. But,
No way.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude,
yeah,
so
my
you know
last name
what?
is V.
Dude, so we have to mess around so I can come on the air and go, I had sex with Tony V last night.
God.
And everybody's going to be like, what? I'll be like, yeah, had sex with Tony V.
If I'm on the air, I got to listen to this later.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you
It'll be
will.
on the air.
It'll be playing all week long, Tony V,
So
that you had sex with Larry.
Do you have a shout out you want to give to your
No,
family?
No. Hey, wait a minute, man. I like your little, whatever it is that you do.
That's the quote of 2017. I like whatever it is you do. That thing.
Thank you.
No,
I appreciate it.
It's funny. It's funny. It's real funny, man.
Oh, God,
What is
that's
it?
funny.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
All
So
good, man.
no one does.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, bro.
Tony.
Merry Christmas, Tony V.
All right. You guys take care.
Okay, you too. Bye. Drive careful.
303-728-3420. These texts come in. Good morning, guys. I just want to say thank you for always being such awesome people. Your love and happiness is so contagious. I love you guys, and I wish you all Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be safe and enjoy your time off. You all deserve it. I hope that was the boss. Was that the boss?
I'm going to read this one because it's about me. Larry, don't get your panties in a bunch. Everybody knows. Oh, everybody you know don't. Wait, what's somebody
Larry,
else?
don't get your panties in a bunch. Everyone knows you don't mean to be mean. Some are just born with your special kind of humor.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, I can
true.
see that. But now I'm reevaluating it. I'm like really looking back because there were times that people would come up to me, and this was our old boss, and he used to be the music director, and he eventually became our boss, and he goes, I'll never forget that time you made the whole Fiddler's Green boomy. And I go, what? And he was telling me this after he became my boss.
Right.
So I was thinking, clearly, this is he's been holding this.
Yeah, right.
And he goes, yeah, you had everybody at Fiddler's Green boomy. And I was like, no way. And he goes, yeah, you went out there. And he's like, we were testing some NSYNC records. And you said on stage, hey, everybody, this is the guy that's picking NSYNC for KS. And then the whole everybody booed him. And here's what's funny is.
And he didn't get laid.
Well, and I didn't even remember it. I was like, I did?
Yeah, we know.
Oh.
We know.
You don't remember
No.
things. 'Cause to you, it's just funny and you move on.
I'm on to the next joke.
The rest of us are licking our wounds.
Hey, well, happy holidays, happy
Gross.
New Year's, New Year's.
That sounded
Yeah,
disgusting.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. Is it New Year's or New Year's? New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, not New Year.
Oh,
Happy New Year.
Because then whatever. Either way, have a safe holiday. We will be back on January 2nd. So if you're listening to this, it's probably the replay, but it's the best of the best because it's just us.
Right,
No.
you're probably spending time with your family or just hanging out, binge watching a show. But we appreciate you guys, and we love that we're back, and we'll see you next year.
Yes.